We live. What's
Just
up,
wait for the
everybody?
notification.
Yeah, I guess just refresh your subscriptions. You'll get it
There
a
it
little
is.
quicker, usually. How's everybody doing tonight?
There it is. I'm doing good.
What's up, Rambo?
Oh, man,
Shane will be joining us
chilling.
a little later, I guess. How's your night been?
Been good, I guess. Got to have the granddaughter's first Easter egg hunt.
Oh, nice. How was that?
Yeah, she had a blast, man. It was a lot of fun. Uh, let's see, and then I went back in and started playing Far Cry 5 a little bit more. That is a lot of fun.
That's
Um,
what I keep hearing.
and then arguing with somebody on Twitter, like a person that's trying their best to tell me that I'm a fanboy. Yeah, because of the people that follow me, and I'm like, I don't. Just because somebody follows me doesn't make me, a fanboy. It's like you clearly prefer PlayStation. I'm like going little hint. Just because I prefer a console does not mean that I'm a fanboy of that console. It just means I prefer it. There's a big difference.
Not wrong.
And so I showed them my uh, amount of games and stuff on my Xbox and my PlayStation, and I have like close to 500 Xbox One games and about 700 PS4 games. I was like, here's what I'm working with. Let me see what you're working with. If I'm supposed to be repping PlayStation so hard, obviously I wouldn't have almost as many games on the Xbox
Yeah,
as I
it's
do
pretty
on my
close
PlayStation.
numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate these people, man. They're like dumb. I mean, plus it's like if you're a grown adult and you immediately go to you're an Xbot or Pony as a clarifier, chances are you are one of those two.
Probably.
Like no sane adult talk like that on regular.
Especially not that's not your first go-to thing.
Yeah, yeah. Like you get to talking to them for a while, and you figure out if they are or not. But not like your very first response to them is like you're a pony, and I'm like, you're an adult talking like that. You're a fucking Xbox fanboy. You can tell. Like if that's your first go-to insult, then you obviously have your bias. And like this guy makes polls on Twitter, and he makes them off of like other people's tweets. Like basically, he'll see a fanboy tweet saying that Sony's going broke. Well, then he'll make a tweet that says, "Is Sony broke or is Sony going broke? Yes or no?" And then it's like a little poll, and we all participate to have fun. And it's not like he comes back after the poll's over and go, "Well, look, Sony's clearly not going broke because y'all said 98% of y'all said no and 2% said yes." I mean, it's not like he's using them as some sort of like proof.
Right.
He's just actually just having fun, and we're all having fun. Well, this guy, the reason why I'm actually in the conversation with him is because he was calling this guy a pony, and I'm like, dude, it's like he's the furthest thing away from my fanboys. Like he has an Xbox One X, and he didn't even have a PS4 Pro for the longest, and he finally went and got him one of those. And I said, this guy plays literally. You'll watch his post, and every night I swear he'll play one game on the Xbox for a little while, one game on the PlayStation for a little while, one game on the Xbox for a little while, one game on the PlayStation for a little while. And it's every night like that, back and forth. Damn, like he play. It's almost equal. And I was like, he's like the furthest away from it. And so his determining factor of him being a fanboy was that he bought Far Cry 5 on PlayStation. I was like, oh no, the horror. I
how
was like,
how
what?
could he?
Yeah, like what does him buying it on the PlayStation have to do with him being a fanboy? Like, first of all, if you're a gamer and not a fanboy, you would go where the content is. And since PlayStation has extra content, you would buy it on the PlayStation. I mean, it's just simple as that. Because I mean, you're not gonna buy it on the X just because it looks better and miss out on extra mission. because I just want it to look better. Like that, you care more about the looks than you do about the game. Now, I don't agree with having the extra shit, but that's what these companies do for Sony and Microsoft.
Yeah, that's nothing we can do about that right now.
No, that's another bridge we got to burn later.
It's a bridge we'll burn when we come to it. What's up, Go Get? Chat's pretty quiet tonight so far.
Yeah, I haven't liked the video yet, and so it hasn't popped up on my screen. My doing it now. Yeah, the one thing is until we actually know for sure how Sony or Microsoft or Ubisoft and all them do, like come to the conclusion for these extra little things for these marketing deals. There's really no way to fight them because we don't know if it's Sony making the deal or is it Ubisoft just saying, here, since you're the market leader, here you get this extra. We don't know who to actually go to.
Yeah. It'd be pretty hard to, it'd be almost impossible to make a law about something like that. I mean, what would you,
Oh yeah,
what would you do? A company can't make an agreement with another company?
yeah. It'd be outrageous.
Yeah,
because
it'd be
then that would be
impossible.
nothing.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, most of the stuff that everybody says they're against it. I mean, I am to an extent, but I'm not so much like where I'm like I would avoid a game or whatever because of it, because of the fact that it's never a story dependent thing. Like it's usually either a cosmetic, maybe a different weapon in the multiplayer.
Or like the pre-order bonuses that GameStop would have, where it's a skin or something like that. It's really not that big of a deal.
So I mean, it like I think in Watch Dogs there was a separate mission, like one mission extra, and it was completely nothing related to the fucking story at all. Like it was some off the wall fucking thing where all you got is a fucking like you basically had to go a mission to go do something, and then you got a suit.
Yeah.
And it was fucking dumb. It wasn't nothing at all to the story. It didn't have any fucking cutscenes in it or nothing. And like that kind of stuff, I don't give a shit if that's extra somewhere, like as a pre-order bonus. And usually, to me, what I think it is the extra stuff that like Sony gets for the PlayStation exclusive marketing deal or GameStop gets for pre-order bonuses. I honestly think that's crap that they were gonna put in the game and they scrapped.
Sure.
And so they were like, well, hey, I'm going to at least use it for something.
Right.
And then they already have a deal with, like, say, GameStop, and they already have a deal with Sony. So they say, hey, go ahead and put this on your, we'll give you this little extra content if people pre-order or if people buy it on your system. And I think that's what it more likely boils down to because none of it ever relates to the story.
Right. Yeah,
I guess I would be pissed if I cut out a whole story mission.
No, yeah, that would be irritating.
Yeah, now that I would figure out a way to fight that because like that you're paying the exact same price but not getting the full product. I guess No Man's Sky, Crash Bandicoot, and Hellblade is going over to Xbox.
And I guess No Man's Sky is getting a supposedly huge update along with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, their track record isn't great with that.
Well, no, it actually has been. I mean, because since they launched, it wasn't great when they launched, but over that course of the year, they really buckled down. It's a small team of like 16, and they buckled down and worked for that whole solid year without any word to the press or communicating or anything like that. And then made a huge update to the game and added a bunch of shit that they actually made promises on. And they kept their word. I mean, it wasn't at launch, but they at least did it for free and kept their word.
I will give them that. They did keep at it. Yeah.
They could have kept the money and ran. And so I look forward to see what the update is. I haven't ever played it on. I mean, I played it for like the first couple of days on PC, and then I never played it again because I went back to PlayStation, and then I never bought it again on PlayStation. And so finally, when it was on sale for like, I don't know, it was like $4 or something, I bought it because I heard it's an easy platinum, like 8 hours. And I thought, well, hell, I mean, why not? I'll get to play the game and platinum it. And I still just haven't ever gone through it to, I mean, it doesn't really interest me enough to say I want to play it now. It's one of those things whenever I run out of ideas to play, then I might go into it.
Yeah. Well, it seems kind of a lot like a game like Minecraft,
Mm-hmm.
where
It is.
it's a good time killing game.
Yeah, it's just like where you're just going in there mindlessly doing whatever. And I think it actually has more content than Sea of Thieves. But
Rambo throwing
what's
shade.
what's funny though is that we were actually all making jokes about like Sea of Thieves being the next No Man's Sky. You know, like this is Xbox's No Man's Sky. Fucking 2 days later, No Man's Sky is coming to Xbox One. We're like, well, now you actually have an empty sky and an empty sea.
What's up, Jay Caesar?
But yeah, the what's it called? The No Man's Sky gamer like OP and PS4 losing exclusives, and we were all like, did you not pay attention at all during this whole time? I was like, No Man's Sky, uh, Hellblade, and what was the other one? I just said it. Oh, Crash.
Yeah.
Crash is the only one we didn't know like when, but it's Activision. We knew it was going to be on multiple consoles.
Right.
But the other two, they were never exclusive. Like they only launched on PlayStation because it had a larger install base. And they've always said if they make enough money, they'll put it on other platforms. They really are interested in putting it on other platforms, but they really need to make the money because they're a small team and they have to, you know, they can't pay the fee to put it on all the consoles at one time. So it's not like PlayStation lost anything. They just simply finally made enough money to where they can put it on the other system. And I'm kind of glad that it's going to Xbox. Yeah, I bought Hellblade on Xbox One, Jay User, because like to me, Hellblade is a game it doesn't matter how many times you play, it's an amazing fucking experience. You're gonna give that to who?
To bro.
Your brother?
Your brother? Yeah. Or
because like you didn't put like a classifier in there, like my bro, or yeah, you're talking like my son now, to where he leaves out the one key word that I'm looking for to be able to put the sentence together. That's so frustrating because that's what my son does all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like he'll say a sentence and he'll leave out that one important fucking word, and it's like you do realize that one word seriously changes the whole fucking conversation. So like that one word is very important. Like you have to tell me what the hell you mean by that, because I can take this in a whole nother direction with you leaving out that one thing. Yeah, Halo Storm, I bought it twice. I bought it on PS4 and platinumed it, and I bought it on Xbox One, and I'm waiting. I'm going to play it when it comes out. That game is great, man. That's actually like really, really good. And I'm actually going to buy it again when it goes on sale on the European PS4 store, because you can get 2 platinums because it's a separate trophy list.
Rambo and his platinums. Yeah, go get. I mean, you know, I don't. Well, no, I have bought a couple of games like on Steam that I did technically own because I bought them like physical a long time ago, but usually that was because I had lost the discs or the key a long time ago. But yeah, I mean, if you want to buy a game more than once, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Oh God, there's like a ton of games on. Well, I mean, obviously, if I own 500 games on the Xbox One, I've double bought several times because of the fact that they don't have 500 exclusives. But yeah, I mean, I've bought multiple games several times. Now the problem is getting back to going to play them, because you'll play them on one console and then it's not like you can go immediately right back into the game.
Yeah. Yep. I guess the Red Faction Gorilla Remastered Edition is coming to PC and consoles. They don't have an announced date yet.
The what?
The Red Faction Gorilla, and instead of remastered, it's remastered.
Oh, Red Faction, yeah.
Yeah. So that's coming to PC and consoles. That should be interesting. Native 4K support, all that kind of good stuff. That's Shane really liked that one, right?
Yeah. The Red Faction was a really old one.
What was that?
Red Faction wasn't that last gen?
I think so.
I can't remember when that thing came out because I remember seeing it, but I just can't remember on what console.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there hasn't
Red
been.
Faction Gorilla.
I don't think the Red Faction is released.
Yeah, it was on PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 in June 2009,
Yeah.
and PC. So it was like really early on in the generation.
Yep.
So that actually might be actually pretty good if they actually fully remaster it. Because we know the early generation graphics don't hold up anymore, and so we might be able to see what an actual remaster from those earlier games look like. But I don't really hold my breath on that because it seems like a lot of these people that remaster just simply up the resolution and call it good.
It says what the features are going to be is fully reworked graphics.
Mm.
So heavily reworked textures and graphic features, for example, specular maps and stuff like that. Improved shadow rendering, improved lighting, shader and post processing work, and then native 4K support.
So it's almost like they're going to rebuild it from the ground up.
That's what it looks like.
Sounds good to me. I'll try it out.
Oh, Spec Ops: The Line is free on Humble Bundle, I believe, for the next day. So I picked it up. If you haven't, I hear the story is really good.
I tweeted it out. I haven't picked it up yet, but I mean, I don't have a GPU to play it. So, I mean, it's kind of pointless for me to pick it up.
Yeah, JC's are Advanced Warfighters. I actually had fun with that game. That was one of the better Ghost Recons. The modern Ghost Recons. And then I guess the Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare is coming to Xbox One with backwards compatibility. Or did. Yesterday, I do believe, was the day it actually released.
It makes me wonder why. I mean, somebody told me the reason why is because of the fact that the new one they messed up by putting loot boxes and all that crap in the what's it called, in the multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
And so they'll go back and play this one for the multiplayer, but play the new one for the campaign. And I was like, I guess, but I mean, if I've already bought it on Xbox One, I'm not gonna go back and play the old version. I just wouldn't.
Yeah, I think this is probably for people who didn't buy the remastered.
Yeah,
But who want to, they
them.
want to get the old school. Because, man, I love playing that multiplayer.
So when you, I mean, if you don't own either one, and it's like $29.99 for the remastered and $19.99 for the old one, wouldn't you pay the $29.99 to get the remastered to have it look better?
Depends on how the reviews go for the multiplayer on the old one, because that's the whole reason I didn't buy it, was because everybody's complaining about all the cheaters and shit.
Oh yeah.
So if the backwards compatible one releases and they don't have the same problem with cheaters or something like that, then I would get that one.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I think they're still playing on the 360 servers.
Yeah.
So I mean, it seems like if there's cheers on the 360 servers, then there still would be on the backwards compatible because you're playing with 360 players. And yeah, Halo Storm, basically every game is a remaster. I mean, it takes a really old game to make a remaster worth buying on the PC, like a really really old game. Because usually, if you have a pretty decent graphics card, you're gonna be able to make it look like a remaster on your own, or with mods.
Yeah, that's a big thing, mods. Of course, some
Well,
games
what's
don't
funny,
allow mods, but
this guy today, he's like one of the dumbest people on Twitter, and that is saying a lot. But his name is Mike Mayoral. He's an Xbox fanboy, but apparently there's an account.
are you cutting out there, Rebo? We can't hear you, Rambo.
Huh?
You were roboting.
Oh, yeah, I can't help that. Uh, is it better now?
Yeah, you're better now.
Okay. And it said like Mac users spend 5%, and so he quote tweeted that and said, "And console players spend zero amount of hours troubleshooting." And I kid you not, as soon as he made that post, there's somebody responded to him with a fucking console question, and they spent the next 3 or 4 comments troubleshooting that fucking problem. I'm like, you can't make this shit up. I'm like, it was like just perfect. Like we don't have to troubleshoot any problems, and right when you say it, you go right into troubleshooting a fucking problem. I'm like, I'm a console gamer, but I'm not gonna say that it comes with that problem. Like hell, I just had to completely reformat my hard drive on my Xbox because I couldn't install anything else on it. Like every time I went to install it, it said installation stop. So I had to completely reformat it. Now I have to download another like 300 and some games onto my hard drive.
Damn.
Yeah, it's gonna be busy for a couple of days. It's gonna be like 4 terabytes worth of downloads.
Speaking of troubleshooting consoles, apparently
Yep.
the Switch is not USB-C compliant and it overdraws some power supplies. So you cannot, well, it's some of them work well, some of them don't. But with non-Nintendo like portable chargers and shit like that, the
Yeah.
USB in the Switch is overdrawing the power supply, and I mean theoretically that could lead to like an explosion or a fire or something.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so there's a thread up on Reddit. People are talking about like which ones can you use and which ones you can't and shit like that. But I just thought that was interesting because Nintendo designed that they use the USB-C port, but they didn't comply to the USB-C standard. Yeah, and I
Yeah,
think
that's going
Nintendo's been
to.
done some stuff like this before too,
It's Nintendo.
right? And they're saying like aftermarket docks because they just use the USB-C compliant ports.
Yeah, any US I mean on USB C that's the reason why they make that compliant, so that way any of them you don't have to worry.
No, no. Oh, and he dropped. No, Rambo.
You there?
Yes, there he
Okay.
is.
All right. Was I roboting or you? Because you sound like you were roboting to me.
You were, yeah.
Okay. Um, yeah, I mean, I think Nintendo's going to be paying out some money.
Yeah, that's a big no-no.
Yeah, because they'll have to recall all the Switches, won't they?
Uh, I don't know, because I don't think there's an actual law that says that you have to comply to the specs. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it. Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't know what the law is regarding that. Garuda, we're talking about um, the Switch not using. They're using USB-C, but the USB-C port is not compliant with the standards,
Yeah, it
and
overdraws.
so yeah, it overdraws power because it's not compliant. And so people that are using like aftermarket docks, it's frying their Switch.
A couple people have reported breaking the switch, and then some people are just reporting that like the wire gets messed up. So
No, the
no, yeah, the
the
actual power port.
yeah, the USB C is like well, yeah, it's a power port that you're where you like say like your phone or whatever, like that type of thing. But it's a different one. I mean, it's just a power cord that what you charge your Switch with.
Get dog, dumbass. So that'll be interesting. See what happens with that.
Yeah, because I mean, if there is a law, then they'll definitely have to what's it called? Um, recall all those, and that's going to be very expensive on them.
Yeah,
I'm not sure they could actually afford that though,
yeah, really.
because they were already pretty low on money whenever it or cash on hand or whatever. Whenever they launched the Switch, and they were hoping that like that they were hoping that that was going to be a what's it called a success, so that way they could go.
Right. Yeah, good old. Now I wonder if this. Well, it doesn't seem like it would be an accident. Although I don't know if I would attribute it to that. Now I wonder if it was on purpose to try and limit the aftermarket support of docks and stuff like that, or was it simply because this thing pulled too much juice and they had to up the amperage of the port to be able to keep up with the hardware.
Yeah, Garuda, you're drunk and naked. You could have just left with the drunk, like left ended it with the drunk part.
Yeah. Who who would you kill, Goget? Who could you even kill? I don't think that would work out for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Arrow, I've not heard anything about it bricking with the Nintendo dock. I've just
No,
heard
not
about
the
it.
Nintendo dock.
Yeah, I've just heard about it bricking with the aftermarket docks.
Yeah, and they have reported the ones with the aftermarket. Garuda, yeah, true. I mean, Well, hey, I was actually born with clothes on, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right?
You're kind of weird if you was born naked.
I came out dressed like a gangster. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I don't know what the hell, man.
Doesn't everyone?
Oh,
A
you
wild
see
chainer
her?
has appeared.
I told you I just couldn't get out of Walmart.
Yeah. Excuses, excuses.
Yeah. You know. Yeah, I got a haircut today. I feel pretty old now. You can see all the fucking gray hair. It's just all there.
Yeah.
Fuck a bunch of that shit.
Shit happens.
Oh, I see. You got your number one fan in here.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were worried about him. He missed out last time.
You're a stalker and a mute-prone liar. What does that mean?
I
You're prone to mute people? Okay.
I don't even mute. I haven't have anybody muted or blocked. I took that off a while back. And clearly
see.
I'm not mute because I'm talking. So
Yeah, that's he
And I'm not-
acquires the one skill that you can't have in order to be mute.
and I'm not prone because I'm sitting down. And
Yeah.
I'm not a liar because I'm telling you the truth. Clearly because I'm talking and I'm not a mute. So I mean clearly I'm telling you the truth. Omega Jim, you are right.
Wank blower. I'm gonna guess that's a huge insult over there in the UK across the pond.
Hmm.
You
Hey, but
should
we're gonna have to-
probably be offended, Rambo.
Halo, I'm gonna drop my gamer tag's the same as my name. And that's a 0 on Rambo. Send me a friend request on Xbox if we're not already friends. Because I gotta have somebody to play Sea of Thieves with. I own it, but I don't have any. I mean, every time I go on there, nobody I know is online to play it. Yeah, that's my gamer tag there. The one I put right above you. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't block it. I haven't blocked anybody. I've already. Oh, block on PSN. I don't have anybody blocked on PSN. And if I do, I don't know. I don't even know who. If you're saying you're not stoned, you'll have to tell me actually who you are to know if I have you blocked.
Yeah.
And that's what you're not doing. It's like you're just assuming that I know exactly who you are, but you say you're not the person I think you are. So you're gonna have to come clean about who you are, so that way I can tell you.
This is like some fucked up Matrix shit. I'm lost.
Yeah.
Tell me who you are. He's Santa Claus is who he is. That's yeah. He has to be some mythical creature. Easter's on Sunday. He could be the Easter Bunny. Speaking of Easter, you guys
Easter
doing
Bunny.
anything for Easter?
We did our Easter today. Let her hunt eggs and stuff. It was because Sunday's going to be really nasty up here as far as weather wise, and so it was better to let her do it now.
Your granddaughter was into it, huh?
Oh god, she was having so much fucking fun.
Yeah. This is gonna be my little one's like first year where she can kind of grasp what's going on. So
It's adorable, man. Like she was running around because of course you don't really hide them. She would see them, and at first she was holding her basket, but once she got a few of them in there, then she like set her basket down where she found the last one, run to get the next one, and then if she saw another one before, like I guess she would remember her basket, she would run and get that one too, and then come back and put it in her basket. She was having so much fun.
Damn, she probably sleep good tonight doing all that relay
Oh,
race
yeah.
with her damn Easter egg basket.
Yeah, and then she was dragging her when she had them all. She was dragging her basket, and they were basically just falling out in the grass. And so she had to run around and go pick them back up again. She was.
Halo Storm, if you're on my friends list, just go to my friends list. He's on there.
Yep.
I didn't know he wanted to play Sea of Thieves, right? I'd reinstall the shit.
Well, I want to try it. I mean, I've only tried it by myself, so I don't really know what it's like with other people.
Go gets being in with the cool kids. Hey, who's the
Wow,
cool kids?
that's some hell of a projection there, buddy.
What?
You defending this fake ass beat doesn't get you in with Fritz or Rags.
Whoa.
That is grade A level projection, bruh. Ugh.
There you go, Halo Shaner 123. It's that on everything, dude. Every fucking thing.
With 2 R's.
Yes.
Was regular Shaner 123 already taken?
It was.
I was
it
gonna,
was.
yeah.
Like, it was like 2009 when I went to go make that Twitter, and someone had it. So I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to add an extra R to all of them. And I did.
Yeah, Jay Caesar, that's my gamer tag on Xbox.
Man, I still remember you seeing every possible spelling of Legolas for Night Elf archers in World of Warcraft and shit because of stuff like that. 1S, 2S, 3S's, 1Z, 2Z.
Once they started using 3s and 1s, it's like, Jesus. You might just want to pick a different name. I mean, come on.
Ah, man, gotta get your tag.
Someone here's got a big mouth. I'm not sure who he's talking to, but okay.
I don't know. That dude. That dude's got some fucking psychological problems. How do you know I like the Courage, man? Have you ever tried to come to Oklahoma? Well,
Oh, yeah.
travel, man.
Skin trading on CSGO now has a 7-day wait period.
Why would they do that?
I think it's to try and cut down on the gamblers.
So they're not making like fast cash?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
That's what I would assume, but they've done that with like Dota stuff too. Has a waiting period for when you trade it or buy it before you can sell it again.
Man, they do that with like everything on Steam now. If you don't have like the mobile authenticator, you have to wait a certain time period to trade the Steam cards and all that stuff.
Yeah, I guess keep people from getting hacked and then all their stuff traded away right away. I guess.
Yeah, I didn't even know that until No Better Name. Like, he started collecting those Steam cards, and everyone had at least 2 or 3 that he wanted or needed, and he had to wait like a week because no one had the damn app.
Oh, those Steam cards, man. I bought all mine.
You bought the trading cards?
Not the trading cards. The little things that. Well, yeah, the little things that you can trade and sell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I bought a few.
Just bought a bunch of them and completed my set for a bunch of games.
I only did that with, I think, Arkham Origins because I really like. I ran out of card drops for it. I had already beaten the game twice, so I just bought the 3 or 4 that I needed for like a few cents there and a few cents here. I mean,
Oh
bro, didn't
no.
you just say one of us has a big mouth? Because I don't think it's us that has the big mouth. I don't. And I've seen Rambo's wife. She would kick your ass. She looks like she can get scrappy with the best of them.
Oh yeah.
I think she also carries a gun too, so this should be interesting.
Oh yeah, she does. Yeah, we both carry.
Yeah, this next week I'm gonna go shooting for the first time, so I'm kind of excited about that. Damn, he's like fucking Halo's ready to play Sea of Thieves.
Get all 3 of those quests done.
How long do those quests take? Like,
Not long at all.
so less than a day worth of playing?
You can get all 3 of them done in one day. Easy.
Oh shit.
Fucking really easy.
Oh, I'm gonna be shooting a 9mm.
Standard.
All I know is it's an EAA 9mm.
That's the most common cartridge, so.
He's even offering to put you in a hotel. He'll take you out steak dinner too, if you can chew afterwards.
Yeah. Go get. I don't think you can kick my persona's ass because my persona is Rambo, so you'd be in trouble.
Wait, persona or fursona? Because he's a.
He said
What about
persona.
on
He didn't say
Oh,
persona.
oh, okay.
No.
Still
Well, yeah.
trying to
Rambo
help
doesn't
Cyrus
have a
understand
fursona.
furries.
So wait a minute. Like you sit there and say that you're willing to come to Oklahoma. Are you? Am I willing to face this man to man, or rather young adults to elderly? I tell you, yes. Come to Oklahoma. I'll put you up on a hotel. And you say you have no interest in settling.
Well, no, because it
Figures.
starts to get real. So he's like, "No, I'm good. I'm good."
You're not gonna get a rise out of me because of that. I mean, to me, you're just nothing but a troll at this point.
Yeah, he's trying to make you mad.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. Ooh.
I haven't read any news like all day. Has anything happened since Wednesday?
Well, the No Man's Sky coming to Xbox.
Oh yeah, I could give 2 fucks about that. Like everyone's like, "Oh, another PlayStation exclusive." I'm like, "Yeah, but look what it is. Fucking No Man's Sky."
It
Talk
really
when
was
we get
never.
Bloodborne or some shit.
It was really never an exclusive though. Like the guy just went with PlayStation first because of the fact that what's it called? He didn't have, that was a team of 16, so they didn't have enough money to spread it out everywhere. And so they went with PlayStation, and PlayStation helped fund the PlayStation copy. But other than that, I mean, it was always free to go anywhere they wanted to. most of these exclusives that you
So
see
it's like
besides,
a PUBG kind of thing then.
yeah. I mean, most of these exclusives that you see on both consoles are free to go anywhere they want, but they just either choose not to, or they, or they for whatever reason, or what's it called, or they end up going there. Let's see.
Spec Ops: The Line is free on Humble
Oh, yeah.
Bundle.
Oh yeah, I went and claimed that shit immediately.
Oh yeah, Halo Storm. That's definitely good news, man. Anytime that people get to play more games, that's always a good thing, because there's a lot of people out there that can't afford to buy both consoles. So
And Red Faction is it Gorilla?
Yeah, that's the people
Yeah.
that made it, right? Yeah.
Well,
no, it was called Red Faction Gorilla.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
the remastered edition is coming out.
Right on. Yeah, I'm about to dive into a remaster myself. I just
Which one?
bought the LA Noir remaster this
Oh yeah,
morning.
it's actually pretty good.
Well, I love the
They did a good
original.
job,
like,
yeah.
Yeah. And
I
it's
finally
got
got the
all the DLC, right?
Yeah, it's got everything.
Oh, cool. So you
And
got
I
what
got
platinum
my
now?
my platinum on Burnout Paradise finally.
Oh, did you boost it?
Yeah, because every time I was telling you, every time I went into a lobby, they were just fucking around. They wouldn't play a match. So I was like, and every time I created my own, I never got anybody in there. And so I gave my son my account back because he's been doing really good with work and going in early whenever he could. And so I wanted to at least live up to one of my promises to him. So I gave my account back, and I went ahead and downloaded that game whenever I gave it to him. And I went back in there, and I started a match on his console, ran back to mine, did it, and kept doing that until my trophy popped and I got the platinum, because I was so fucking frustrated. I just, every day I would go in there for 2 or 3 hours and never get a damn match done. Or somebody would start a match and he's thinking, all right, sweet, I finally got one. And then there'd be one person in the lobby that wouldn't play along, and so they'd have to cancel the damn match. And I'm like, shit.
That's like
Sounds like
that's
a bad
some Sea of
system.
Thieves griefing shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a terrible system, because I mean you're solely dependent on the person that is hosting the lobby, and if he leaves, everybody's kicked out.
Oh, it's like that much of peer to peer. If the
Yeah,
host leaves, you're done.
And no
It's
migration.
peer-to-peer.
Yeah.
And shit, even Call of Duty, like Pete was just saying, they got host migration.
Yeah, it switches to another one. Exactly, Jason. That's exactly why I don't like people. It's because you go in there and they're just all dicks. What?
Dude, he really wants a relationship with you. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
am I going?
convinced.
At what point did I type or say anything that would make you think that I was? What?
Wow.
Dude, man, you have free healthcare over there in the UK. Seriously, go get some free mental health.
Just pick it up off the shelf.
Dude. That reminds me of my wife's coworker. I went to go pick her up from work today, and someone else asked him, like, because this manager there wanted to buy a bunch of the $2 bills that they have accumulated, like, from the cash register or whatever. And the dude that was there gave them away, like, he gave them out as change. And he goes, yeah, they were just irritating me. And I'm like, what? How can a $2 bill irritate you? And I was like, were they talking to you? And he just kind of shook his head. And I'm like, dude, there's a doctor you can see for that. I know there is.
OCD, man. Can't handle it.
The $2 bills were irritating him.
Yeah, how the fuck's the $2 bill irritate you?
You got me.
I mean, and he's like one of them dudes that like that's like his biggest problem, right? Is a $2 bill is irritating him. He'll go to the casino after work and win like $1,000. But his biggest problem in life is, yep, a $2 bill is irritating him. Like, wow.
Oh wow. So I guess HP was advertising their Omen 25-inch monitor as 144 hertz, but apparently the 25 only does 120 hertz, and it's only the 27 that does 144.
Those monitors look really nice.
So I guess there's probably gonna be a class action lawsuit or something about that.
Oh, the people that bought them assumed they were 144 hertz?
Wait, that says the advertising and even the box says that they're 144 hertz, but it's only the 27 inch that
sure.
yeah, the 25 is only 120. Interesting. Bad HP.
Only 120, like it's horrible.
Hey man, makes a difference. I can tell the difference between 140 and 120.
Really?
No, you
I
can't.
really can. Dude, if I'm playing Overwatch, I'll see it. I'll see a teeny tiny little hitch and I'll be like, fuck, and I'll look up in my upper left corner and sure as shit, it's not running at 140 anymore. It's running at like 122 or something. I've played the fuck around with my settings to make sure that I get 140 all the time. Cause dude, yeah, it makes a difference for me.
Tyler, when it comes to FPS, like if I'm in a multiplayer game, sure, yeah. But if I'm in a single player game, 30 is fine for me. I mean,
Single player, I usually lock it to 60 because I don't like stressing my video card for that.
I mean, it's not a requirement to have, like the most maxed out frame rate for a single player game. I mean, if it's there, fine. But I mean,
Yeah, like Pete was just saying, he plays with the settings or whatever. Like that's the thing that gets me about PC gaming, is there are so many settings and options and hardware adjustments and shit you can play with, where if you do all that, by the time you're done with that, at least by the time I'm done with that, I don't even feel like playing the game anymore.
Man, you're
Yeah.
tripping.
Well, because like if you're into that kind of thing, like I am, like with my car, for example, I'm constantly like doing a little thing here or there to make it run better, you know. And I'm the same way with my PC. And then after I'm done, I'm just like, oh, I just want to relax now. I don't want to play the fucking game.
yeah, when I played on PC and I played the single player games, they were at 4K 30. Like I didn't mind playing them at 30 frames per second. All right. He says he is in the audience.
Oh.
Move to what?
Oh, so I guess that 25 inch that does run at 144. I guess the issue people were having was that it does not have HDMI 2.0, so it can't hit 144 with HDMI. You have to use DisplayPort.
Okay, well, that's not false advertising.
No, that's not false
yeah.
advertising. That
Yeah.
But that is kind of weird that they, although I guess
they went with the DisplayPort. Yeah.
Well, no, because like my AOC, it's got HDMI, but it can't do 144 on HDMI because it's old. It's like 3 years old or something. I don't think HDMI 2
it's
was
weird
out.
It's weird on the 27 inch they went with HDMI 2, but on that one they didn't.
That's what I mean. Like HDMI 2 has been out for a while. They should have had it on that monitor. There really wasn't any reason for it to have HDMI 1, but.
Halo, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I don't know if I sound good or not.
Nice.
Sound fine.
Right.
Hello?
So you about to go play Sea of Thieves?
Yeah, I'm about to put on some Sea of Frauds in a minute.
I'm sorry.
I'm waiting for T.
Don't forget to clean the poop deck.
editing the video right now.
So how does T Reaper enjoy this game? Because like he speed runs every game.
He
And
gets
this
to
game-
swap the poop deck. That's why he enjoys it.
This game you cannot fucking speed run.
You can.
How?
I did some stuff by myself. It's not that hard. You just
To
have
speed
to
run? You just all thing you
like-
can do is just do the missions.
Oh.
Yeah, there's the missions, but you're forgetting that you could get lucky. Like, what if you see somebody's ship and they have like 20 chests? Like, I've seen somebody actually do that, and they stole all their chests, and then they got like basically a whole day of stuff just from that in like 30 minutes.
Well, I guess if you're lucky on that, yeah.
That's kind of not really a
And,
speed run though, because that's all
Yeah, it's not really-
luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's to the. It's more like it's not really like competitive. It's more of a fun-based game.
I just can't wait till they put some more content in it.
Yeah, really, there should be like
Ridiculous.
they should
Spend
do
a lot
things
of
where
time
like
becoming a
there's
legendary pirate.
they give multiple people the same quest objective.
Oh yeah.
So like, you got to go pick up a treasure chest or, a person or whatever, but it's like it's a long distance to get it and then where you got to go so that in the meantime, the other people who got the same quest objective, they can like try and kill you and take the chest or whatever, and it would actually be like pirates.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Like, why didn't they have
That's
shit like
basically a
that?
big part of the game.
It's in there like that. Yeah, there can be multiple people getting that same quest.
But I mean, they need like, they
as
needed a
long
lot
as-
more
I mean-
of it.
Well, but the only the problem is though is like if you cut say you're coming up to me and you kill me, well I'm gonna respawn like right there, right back. We're pretty close to where I was at to come back at you. Well, say you have like 20 cannonballs, but you only use 5 to kill me. Well, I come back, I have all 20 of my cannonballs. You only have 15. Well, you use 5 more to kill me. Now you have 10. I come back, I still have 20. Like
Well, the
even
thing
though
is-
I might have fired 10 on you previously, I come back and I'm replenished.
Right, you
every
get
single
replenished
time.
on the respawn. Yeah.
The thing
And
is, as long as your spawn point is your ship, so as long as your ship isn't sinking, you're good. So, like for example, I had all my health, and my ship sunk because I crashed into it. Cause I was just fucking around.
Yeah.
I had 2 skulls and like a little treasure thing, and I lost all of it because my ship sunk. Even though I took it out of the ship before it sunk, you have to go through the mermaid to get back on the ship, so you lose all your stuff,
Yeah.
and it'll spawn you somewhere else and your ship.
Yeah, that's what somebody said, that like if you keep spawning and people are killing you over and over again, like cuz there's some people that have like just boarded somebody's boat and they just keep waiting for you to keep respawning on your boat and killing you again, that you can go to the mermaid and you'll spawn somewhere completely different.
Yep, that's true.
But still, but the thing is, though, they don't ever tell you that. Like, the game never tells you that. You have to figure that one out. And I think that should be at least some sort of tutorial that pops up if you die repeatedly, like multiple times back to back, to where, like, the game recognizes, well, hey, maybe you actually were killed, like, by spawn killing. Did you happen to know that if you go to the mermaid, then you'll respawn in a different area? And then that way
I
it
think it's
lets
not
people
that
know.
The thing is, I kind of agree with you. Like, when I first played the game, I was like, why isn't there any tutorial? And then I kind of realized it's kind of similar to, like, Minecraft.
Yeah.
They don't tell
But
you what to do.
Minecraft has a little bit of a tutorial, though. A little bit.
Yeah, I think so, like with the controls, but that's
Yeah,
it, right?
when it starts out, like, you got to chop down the tree, you got to craft a little house, build a house, and then
Mm-hmm.
once you do that, then you have to, I think, kill one creeper or a zombie or something like that, and then you can go on into the world.
When you chop down the first tree in Minecraft, you get an achievement called getting wood.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
Got wood or something.
I just wish that, like, Sea of Thieves at least just had one mission to where it told you, like, it basically was a tutorial to let you know what all the controls were, what all you needed to do, And then the very first time that you died, it allowed you to like tell you, okay, go through here to respawn in your ship. Go to the mermaid if you want to respawn in a different location. So that way, when people are because right now, I mean, people don't even know anything about that mermaid. And so I have a friend that he said, I'm done with Sea of Thieves. He goes, I'm tired of these assholes on here by myself, and they keep spawn killing me over and over again. And so I had to tell him about the mermaid, and he was like, well, why doesn't the game tell me this? Because then that way I wouldn't have been able to waste all fucking day getting killed over and over again. And so,
Thieves isn't really like other games. Like, there's a lot of secrets. Like, you could put your boat on like autopilot. Somebody taught me how to do that. I can steer a boat by myself now when I didn't even know how to do it before. Like, it doesn't really tell you anything. It just drops you in.
You just drop your in,
almost
and you gotta
like
figure shit out.
it was unfinished, and they never got around to making the tutorial.
The funny thing is, they tell you how to do stuff. They just don't directly tell you how to do it. Like, if you go to the title screen, it tells you about all the factions and everything. When I first started the game, I skipped that part, so I didn't see it.
Because most people skip the title screen.
Mm-hmm. It tells you riddles about everything. This actually, like, I never heard of a game that tells you riddles on tutorials.
Oh, that would be the sticking with the pirate thing, but they should have I don't know, they should have had that in the game, like to where, like you're not skipping past it, like kind of like you're forced to read it at least one time, and then if you forget it, that's on you, because they told you, but I think eventually, if it takes them 3 months to get content out, they're gonna lose a lot of their casual player base. Because the casuals are going to get tired of being just beat up on over and over again.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Ark. Ark doesn't tell you how to play either. It just drops you in.
And somebody can actually lock you in a fucking cell in Ark, and that's where you are until they decide to let you out.
Well, it depends on what server you go to.
Yeah.
It's like a troll server.
Yeah, but I mean, like, just kind of the same thing with the Brig and the Sea of Thieves. Like, I can understand I can understand the create your own adventure games, but you still at least need a tutorial to teach people like how to do things or what they got to do or what buttons are what and everything else.
Yeah, they just tell you everything in subtle like riddles, basically. I kind of get why they did that.
Well, they should have given you the basic stuff, just normal, and
just like
the
a little
advanced
pop-up screen that you had to press A to get past or whatever. But at least they popped it up in your game to where you had a chance to read it.
And leave the riddles for like some of the more in-depth stuff.
Yeah, T-Reaper made me laugh the other day. I was playing Sea of Thieves with him, and he's like borderline retarded when it comes to riddles.
He's borderline retarded anyway.
I know, but when it comes to riddles, he's even more borderline retarded. He's like, I don't know what to do. And then I look at it, it's like, hold your lantern. Basically is what it said in the riddle. I forgot what it said. It's like, hold your lantern and riches abound or something. By the watchtower forecast something, I forget. So all you had to do was like raise your lantern up and then the enemy comes out. That's literally all he had to do. And he couldn't figure it out. It was funny.
Man, that reminds me, I don't know if you guys ever played this or saw it, but the original Alone in the Dark.
I've seen it.
I've seen it. I have it.
I only played it.
I still haven't played it.
Yeah, I only played it on. Oh man, I don't even know. I think it was not Circuit City, but it was one of those old. I mean, Jesus Christ, I was probably like 10 years old or something, and they had it playing on one of the demo computers. And yeah, man, you're sitting there with the lantern, and all of a sudden, like this goblin thing starts to come at you, and you got to sit there and whack it with the lantern. But they don't tell you how to do shit, so you're just running around. Hilarious.
Another game that doesn't tell you how to do shit is Dark Souls. It just drops you right in there, especially 3.
That's a lot more simple of a game, though. I mean, there's not. there's not a lot of complicated things about Dark Souls. I mean, really, you
Basically, the only thing you
explore, you
I
really
didn't
that,
kill
even know
stuff.
there was an upgrade system.
Yeah, I mean that really that being trial and error, like okay, I can kind of see that because it's your character and they're trying to get you. But yeah, like the basic stuff, like it's really it's the same as any other third person action adventure game. You walk around, you kill shit, and you heal, and that's it.
That's true. You learn as you go, you get better. That's why people like that game, and I get that. Sea of Thieves is kind of the same way, though, just not as extreme.
And no content.
yeah, but the one thing that is gonna hurt that, I mean, in comparison, is that Dark Souls is a single player game, so
Yeah.
like you can trial and error. That
Or
game is
at the very
dependent.
least, if a person quits
Well, you
playing
can
it,
look it up.
or
Or
but
look it up or anything.
if a person quits playing it, that
I
doesn't
think that has co-op.
hurt
It's
the
co-op.
rest of the people. But with this one, you need all those other people because
Yeah,
without
it's very
multiplayer, yeah,
for this game to be successful. It's dependent on the casual audience, like adapting to it. And if you're not giving the casual audience any sort of like tutorial or meaningful reason to play it, and they're just getting shat on every time they jump on the server, they're gonna run away, and then you're gonna be left with a hardcore base that just enjoys it. But that's not gonna be enough players to warrant big ass updates to it. So it's gonna hurt the game. Like they need to actually balance that out pretty quickly.
Well, I think the casuals are gonna like watch it on like Mixer, YouTube,
Well, no, they'll play it. I mean,
whatever.
I don't think I think they'll. It's gonna be hard to keep them there because of the fact that there's no content. But if they can get content out and get a way to balance things out, like to where like people know what to do whenever they're getting spawn killed, or fix the spawn killing to where it doesn't, like, it can't happen at a certain place or whatever.
Mhm.
I think that they can keep the casual audience, but if they can't keep a portion of the casual audience in that game, the game will die. That's the only reason that games of the service actually last, is because the casual audience will stick around, or they'll develop a very big hardcore audience like Rainbow Six Siege or Destiny. But
Well, I think,
initially the casuals gravitated towards it, and the casuals became really big fans of the game.
yeah, I think
So-
it's gonna be like a community-driven game.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
It is,
If they
but I mean,
listen
it
to the
all really
community
depends on
and
the
their
amount of
ideas.
it all really depends on the amount of like how they handle the content going forward, and how quick they get it out there to
yeah,
them.
they
And
really need to get a big content package out quick.
if they put new content out, say like in a month or even 3 months, and they don't, and the progression system is still nothing but cosmetics, and there's really no point to it, a lot of people are just going to go see ya, because there's no point to that game. I mean, I'm sure you can have fun with your friends, but I mean, to keep people there long term, there's no point to it at all. It's like one of them games you go to every once in a while just to have some mindless fun. But they got to make it to where there's a reason to play that game, like where you want to log on every day and play it.
Well, there
And-
actually is like an end goal, is to be a legendary pirate.
Yeah,
right
but
now.
there's nothing. But it doesn't do anything. There's already somebody that hit legendary pirate, and it doesn't do anything.
I heard it gets you like secret missions.
No, it don't.
You sure?
So
Yeah, they
reaching
got-
max rank does nothing.
No.
Yeah, the guy already
boosted-
did it.
A guy boosted his way to max rank, and it didn't give him anything besides, like, congratulations, you're a pirate legend, and I think it gave him cells to put on his boat.
You know what
No,
they
it
you
says
know what they
something
should add
about,
in? What
you
they should
unlock like new voyages once you become a legendary.
You unlock what?
Like new voyages once you.
No,
become a
you
legendary.
don't. I promise you, you don't.
I think what the game needs really fast is modding.
They need something where the community can save it.
Yeah, because that's the kind of game where, dude, modders would have so much fun making their own. Like, if you could make your own little island and make it like your own little fortress and shit, and then create like, I don't know, people could do like races where they make a little track, or they could make, gauntlets for, shit like that. Like, I could see modders having a lot of fun making stuff, and it would help them with their content problem.
You know what I thought of the other day? That would be awesome. If they had like these like British warships that are like in the sea that hunt down pirates. And
Yeah,
they're
I
like
mean,
twice as strong as a regular boat.
they could do that, or they could actually like make the Black Pearl, like the thing that holds the dead.
Mm-hmm. Like nighttime, they could have like ghost ships. That would
Yeah,
be fucking awesome.
that come out and start trying to kill you. Yeah, that would be. I mean, that would make it interesting because then you have to watch out not only for players but that thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Kraken. That's pretty cool. I just want more stuff like that.
Kraken. It's just tentacles.
Yeah, isn't that like an octopus technically, or?
There's like tentacles that come out from the sea and like try to sink your boat. And they grab you and then they like digest you or they throw you. I forgot.
Well, I mean, if they're not going to add like more quests and stuff, then they definitely need some more combat, something to keep the
Yeah.
the player intrigued.
Okay, here's what happens. It says, what happens when Pirate Legend status is achieved? Well, the mysterious stranger is quick to reward the player with a new title, a new shanty, a sleek new legendary outfit. More than that, the Pirate Legend is also faced with a new riddle. Foregoing the specific details, the solution involves playing the new shanty in front of the stranger, which causes a new legendary hideout to become accessible. Within, players can speak to the Pirate Lord, who will dole out new quests that are largely similar to the ones offered in the primary faction. So that you just basically you get new quests, but they're the exact same one. They're just different characters handing it to you.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like there's nearly enough of anything in that game to keep someone interested for very long.
No, and it doesn't give you reason to grind out to the highest level. Like you want to be there's not a I gotta be the highest level so I can get this new content, because basically you're going to be doing the exact same thing you were doing already. You're just going to have a new title and getting your missions from a different person.
Maybe they should make it getting to max rank you unlock more parts of the game. Shit.
You might move wages. That's about it.
It really seems like they rushed it out the door before they had finished all the content.
Yeah, but I just don't understand like how you even. I mean, they spent 4 years with it. How did you spend 4 years? I mean, I know that ex-employee wrote that letter that said, like they spent a small team on it, spent 3 years working on a single boat. They spent 2 years as a team working on the water, and so like it seems like all their time was caught up trying to make everything just perfect, that they forgot to do the content part.
Wait, did you say 2 years on a boat?
3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an awful lot of time on one boat.
Well, I know the first year or so is usually like the foundation, like the engine, getting it to run and everything. That's usually the first like year or two, and then they start tweaking it, making it better. Then they work on the graphics.
Dude,
then,
if they took 3 years for one boat and the engine is the first thing they work on, they might have been developing this for the N64. And just
well, no, because the one boat they just replicated for the other boats, because the boats aren't different.
Well, one's like good for like if you have 1 or 2 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, one's like if you have a 4-person crew or more.
They just have one big enough for like the bigger crew, and then one small enough like if you're a small crew.
Excuse me. I mean, I think the sailing and shit and all that shit is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's
I
almost like
was able
real
to
life. Yeah.
sail. Once I learned how to sail really good, I was able to use a ship just by myself. I didn't even need a crew at all. Though that's not with the big ship. That was with the small ship. I was able to do it. With the big ship, it would be too hard because all the parts like the anchor and stuff, it takes longer to drop it. So one person could not, you know, handle a big boat. But the smaller one, I can handle it no problem.
Yeah, I still haven't even gotten off the little starting island yet.
It's pretty sad.
Yep, I downloaded the game, I launched it, played for maybe 5 minutes, and then I read that you had to reinstall it or whatever. So then I uninstalled it, and I never reinstalled it yet.
Join my crew. We're gonna start in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I got that shit downloaded, man. Oh shit!
One thing I found interesting is how many times I found like only one or two people in a crew. They just show up out of nowhere. Like I was going to get a bounty on like this skeleton, and all of a sudden a cannon shoots not from a boat but from the island, and I was like, okay, who is up there? And before I could get out my you know the little like I don't know what it's called, the little scope thing,
Yeah.
zoom in and see. Well, by the time I figured out how to select that and get it out, he was already gone. So I was like, who the hell could that possibly be? And I was thinking, like, I wonder how many people are on one server.
16.
That's it?
How populated is that game?
Not really populated. I had another friend, one of the writers that went in there by himself, and he asked if you go in there by yourself or are you all alone, because he was all alone. I mean, there's sometimes you'll go in there from what I'm gathering from people that are playing it pretty religiously. Sometimes you'll go in there and nobody's around, and sometimes you go in there and like you're constantly fighting another ship.
Yeah.
So you said 16 people per server, right?
Yeah.
Then how are people having problems with so many griefers?
Because they'll literally like there'll be one group of griefers, but they'll just stand in your boat, like they'll board your boat, and instead of sinking it, they'll just board it, and you'll die, respawn on your boat, and as soon as you respawn, you have 4 or 5 people ready there to kill you again, and bam, 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 it just keeps repeating the cycle, and that's what's happening in multiple servers.
That's just trolling.
Yeah,
That's...
See, I thought it was more than just a few people.
Oh no, but there's a lot of people being trolled like that, but it's just in different servers, or there might be a couple of them in one server being done.
What about Far Cry 5? You guys played that one yet?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I haven't.
Trippy
Come on,
man.
Ain't got the money to buy a new game. Come on now.
Fuck that. I don't buy $60 games anymore.
I'm really to the point where I'm just about to say I won't, just because every time I pay $60 for a game, I turn out not to like it.
Only time I'll pay like $60 for a game is if it's like super highly anticipated, like Elder Scrolls 6 or something.
Well, I think Far Cry 5 was like that, wasn't it?
Well, I never played Far Cry before, so it's a gamble for me. I like it.
Yeah, I've never really gotten into Far Cry either, but 5 looks fun.
2. I played a shitload of 2. With the crazy guy, right? That one was 2, right?
3.
Was 3 with the crazy guy?
Yeah.
Okay. I know I played
looks
because
really
I played
interesting.
one. I bought one physical. I think I have my disc around somewhere. And I played that one. I don't think I finished it though. And I know I played two, but the one I played the most of was the one with the crazy guy, so that must have been three.
Excuse me.
Yeah, which crazy guy? The real crazy guy.
The
There's
dude
a
on
lot
the
of crazy
island, right?
guys.
Yeah, the oh man.
Boss. Oh no, two. I don't remember what.
Yeah, they're all
They're all
crazy, but one of
crazy.
them was a lot crazier than the rest of them.
Yeah, if it's the dude on the island, with all the tattoos and stuff, that's
Yeah,
three.
yeah. That talks real weird.
Yep, that's three.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was like 40, I would get it like day one. I don't really buy 50, $60 games anymore.
Can't even remember. Besides, because Prey was the last game I paid full price for. I can't remember what the game before
I still gotta
that.
play that.
I,
I hear it's a pretty good game.
it's a good game. I just couldn't get into it.
What game?
Prey.
Oh yeah.
Well, I destroyed YouTube. You keep saying that, but obviously you're scared to come in here. So keep talking your shit, but you're just not man enough to come in here on your own. Why don't you come back when your testicles drop?
Ugh.
I don't know, Rambo. That might be a while.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
Don't
hell of a wait.
understand these roles.
Yeah, but apparently, NoobTube, you seem to think that I was friends with Rags and Frit. With Rags, we were just podcast people together. With Frit, I barely ever talked to him. I was never friends with either one of them. The only people I was friends with prior on that podcast prior to Pete coming on was Brim and Shane, but I knew them long before I knew our Rags was even on the podcast.
How is
I
it
wasn't-
you become friends with a popsicle stick? I'm still trying to work that one out.
Yeah, I don't know. Nobody used anybody. Dude,
Used? What the hell? Did he really say that?
yeah. Ugh.
God damn. YouTube feed is blocking it. I'm trying to look at the chat. Okay.
I didn't. I trolled the hell out of Titanfall Princess, and I spoke with her and apologized for my part. She accepted my apology, and we moved on past it. And that's the end of that. Cyrus, I've never had a problem with Cyrus. I've never said anything bad about Cyrus. I didn't slander Cyrus. Like, you
I
keep throwing around the word
slandered him.
slander, but I don't think you understand, like, even what the word fucking means.
None of them do. I mean, it's just cool to say that they can even
Yeah.
really be slandered. I guess.
First of all, y'all aren't important enough to actually get slandered.
I mean, really, you have to stand to lose something when
Yeah.
it comes to slander. You can't.
Exactly, and they have to actually prove it actually happened, that it was the cause of me. Dude, speaking on a podcast is not behind your back. It's out in the public for anybody, including yourself, to hear.
And what did you lose for him speaking about you on a podcast? Did you lose any,
Exactly.
financial, anything? Probably not.
Hey, go get. You can type in the chat yes or no. Didn't Stonesy, whenever you were having a conversation with him, didn't he tell you something like kicking somebody off a platform or whatever is like censoring them, and that should not be allowed? Like that you're a pussy or something for that?
Why did Stonesy kick someone off the platform?
He gloated that he reported DSP to Twitch, and Twitch shut down his channel.
Oh shit!
And he was bragging. He's like, not to boast, but I think that might be me that actually got him shut down, and he was happy. But apparently
Yeah, people thought
DSP,
you, she was Mooch. That was funny. I saw a
Huh?
video of that. I was talking about Chris and his comment. I remember when people thought Titanfall Princess was Mooch pretending to be a girl.
Oh, yeah.
That was just hilarious to me.
you know, Chris, I really don't understand why other dudes are taking up for other dudes on YouTube. It doesn't. It's the young kid age, like where all they know is the internet. They weren't really they're socially retarded, I think.
Excuse me, I'm not retarded.
Yeah.
Socially.
Special blend, as Pete says. It's
Yeah.
your own unique thing. I have one too. Don't worry.
Well, technically, he is kind of retired.
Yeah, and I am old, so I mean,
Although
damn,
we're
you
all
just,
kind of
like,
old, so.
whew, I'm more of a mooch than mooch. Okay.
That doesn't
You
even
don't
make any
say.
Funny stuff, man.
Fun shit. Yep.
Since when does Rambo ever mooch games? I don't understand.
Oh, he's trying to say I'm a mooch because I'm on disability.
Well, that's just fucked up.
Yeah.
Examples for us all. These trolls are weird, bro.
The
Dudes
trolls are
weirdos.
poor. Like, they're terrible at trolling.
Yeah, you're an odd person to say shit about setting an example. Because, like, shouldn't you be doing that? If you're really concerned about people setting examples,
You would think.
right? Be the change you want to be, bruh.
So, Sea of Thieves has a potato mode.
Oh yeah, 480p, 15 frames.
Yep, and it turns
That's the
neon
PS2.
green.
So that gonna help with all those potato computers.
They're
Yep.
seriously advertising it as potato mode.
Everybody who's running
My
the
Android
hamster
box.
wheels.
It's for my Amazon Fire TV stick to run.
I mean, you know, considering how shitty some people's computers are.
Especially if you like dropped it or something.
Chris, at this point, I think a lot of people are tired of talking about Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, I like
That's-
Sea of Thieves.
At this point, I think it's either you like it or you don't. And it is what
Pretty
it
much.
is.
No, Chris, I'll never stop talking about Sea of Thieves until Sea of Thieves 2 comes out. It's like PUBG all over again. I kind of like Sea of Thieves more than PUBG. I
think
both of them.
PUBG actually has more stuff to do.
Well, yeah, PUBG. For one,
Well,
like
that's the point.
the game mode it was completed, and there was a point to either playing it or watching somebody play it. You could win. You could,
It's a different type of like satisfaction. Like a satisfaction in PUBG is like
When-
you basically made it to like the top 10 and now your heart's racing. because you want to make it to the number one. And
Yeah.
then when you actually get really close, you're happy. But when you actually do it, you're on like another level. It's kind of similar like the like Dark Souls type thing when you just beat a like really difficult boss that you've been trying to beat.
Yeah,
Except
Sea
it's
of Thieves
against
is
other
just
people.
basically the same mood all the way. You're in the same mood the whole time.
Sea of Thieves is like, oh, I just figured out this riddle, or oh, I just found this treasure, or oh, we just sunk this guy's ship. It's kind of more, open.
Are there even puzzles in Sea of Thieves?
Not puzzles, but like
Riddles.
like riddles to do like certain things. Like you look at they have like messages in a bottle. You like read the message and it tells you like a riddle, and then you gotta like figure out what the hell you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But the riddles aren't hard, are they?
Nah, they're not
I mean,
hard.
they are for retarded people, but I mean,
Excuse me?
well, no, like Sea Reaper.
Oh, I thought you meant like they are for retarded people.
Like, cause Sea Reaper's a little bit slow. Like, he's like 5 steps behind.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has a mental disability. He told me
Yeah, I
that.
think so.
Well, didn't he pee on a PlayStation 4 and film it?
Yeah, and then he
Well,
also
that's
put
completely
Nutella
separate.
on a PS4 as well, and pretended like he took a shit on it.
Wow.
That dude's got some fucking screws loose. And he doesn't brag about his gaming time. He brags about the number of hours his Xbox was turned on.
The number of hours, you said?
Yeah, he's like, he doesn't talk to you about achievements. Like, he's like, get on my level, boy. And he always sends me like that yearly report that you get from Xbox.
Mhm.
And like, there was one year, I think in 2016 or 15 or whatever, where he was on, it says amount of hours on Xbox Live. It says like 7,600 and some hours. Well, if you add it up, there's like, he would have only been able to sleep for about, I think, like 2 weeks. And the rest of the time he would have actually just been awake, like on his console. So he had to leave his console on that entire time, even whenever he was not playing.
Oh
And I'm
man.
like, so you're bragging because you left your console? And he's like, damn right, son, I'm all
You
about
left
that
it
life. I
on.
leave it on even when I'm not playing. I'm like,
I wish
you're
I had
just a
some.
dumb fuck, man.
I wish I had some pictures of when we had me and my brother had the PS1 and we didn't have a
Yeah, no
memory
shit.
card for it, so we had to leave that bitch on the whole time.
Fuck, man, I remember my Nintendo stayed on some
I
games like
remember.
for like 3 weeks, man. And you were just praying that you like nobody, like while you were at school, nobody came by and accidentally kicked that power button.
Oh, dude, yeah, I think for
You're like,
Final
please,
Fantasy
please,
VII,
please.
we had that thing fucking going all year long, man.
Yeah.
Well, you
You
couldn't
know what's
kill
funny?
them
My
things. I
friend,
mean,
And I
my
don't know
friend
what.
gave me his PS2, right? And I didn't know anything about like consoles back then because I was like really young. I was like 5 years old or something, or 6. And I didn't know what the hell a memory card was. So like, I was like, why can't I save the game? I remember back then I was like, why can't I save the game? And I got like really frustrated because I didn't understand it. Because before that, I had an OG Xbox and that came with a hard drive in it, so I didn't know any better. So I ended up just freaking giving it back to him. I said it's a piece of shit because I didn't know it actually used like memory cards.
Yep.
Oh, my parents were just too cheap.
I remember when wasn't like the PS1 era, like when the memory cards first became a thing.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
because
'cause that's what
before
whenever,
64 and all the Nintendo ones, you could save on the cartridge.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So when we got the PS1, I remember because I couldn't remember if it was the PS1 or a different one, but I remember like this happening because it said that you could save your game. And so I mean, of course, as a kid, or not as really a kid, I was like 18 or whatever. But whenever I read that, I read it just as you can save your games. I didn't read it that the whole way through and everything else that you needed a memory
With
card
a
and all
memory
that.
card, yeah.
So I got it home and turned that. I played the game for a while, turned it off, and the next day I played it and I had to start over again. I'm like, what the fuck, man? It's not working. And so I had to read on it. It said, no, you need a memory card. I'm like, fuck.
And they weren't cheap
so-
neither.
Yeah, they were not cheap, and then they were small. And then I remember that feeling when you said your memory card's full and you had to go into your memory card and try
Start
to
deleting
decide
shit.
which game.
Yep.
Yeah, you were like going, oh, am I gonna play that again? I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to delete that. And I ended up as a kid, like, or a young adult or whatever, having a shit ton of memory cards because I was like, I don't know, I might go back to that. I don't know if I want to delete that. And I ended up
Well,
having
yeah,
to go buy another
especially
one.
like PS1, because they started out with like the 4 and 8 megabyte ones.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And then like even the biggest one you could get was like 32 for a while.
Yep.
And fucking, oh my God, man! You get a game that it takes up like 4 save blocks, and it's like, motherfucker, man, that's like a quarter of my slots, man.
Yeah. And then if you didn't beat that game and you ever when you went to save another one, it said like you need to delete one. You were going, shit, that's a lot of. I played that game for a long time. I don't know if I want to delete that because I'll have to start all over again. So you had no choice but to either delete or go buy another one. And hell, like once the aftermarket started rolling out, they were a lot cheaper.
PS2
wasn't
too,
as
because I
bad.
think
for the win.
with PS2 they started coming out with like the 256.
128,
Yeah,
yeah.
the big ones, and those
were nice.
yeah. Yeah, man. Back in the day.
120 gigs.
128 megabytes.
Megs, but I mean,
That's funny.
Like
Yeah.
gig.
yeah, gigs.
Damn, that's actually
Shit.
Yeah,
Today,
Back then, megs were the big thing.
We didn't even know what a gigabyte was then.
Yeah, we hadn't even thought about
Gigabyte
even a
was
gigabyte at that
legendary.
point.
let's see, PlayStation 2. So that would have been, because when did the PS2 come out? It was like
2001, I think.
2001. So I would have been 14. Yeah, 14. So yeah, I would have had my second computer by then.
Shit, my oldest kid was 5 years old and my youngest was 3.
Damn.
And I think for my second computer, that was. So if my first one was an AMD 500. So and my second one was the Athlon 2800 Plus, and I think with that one I had was it like a 120 gig hard drive? Can't remember.
I remember when that was the shit.
didn't
ton.
need
Now
more
it's
than
like
that,
dog
though.
shit.
Oh sure, because I was playing Counter-Strike and fucking Doom and shit. I still managed to fill that bitch up though.
Game saves were like small files back then, though.
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah,
There were a
like
few
now-
though. Armored Core, man, that one took up a
Yeah.
lot.
But our save files now are bigger than the whole fucking game were back then.
Oh sure. Oh, by orders of magnitude. Shit, like what is it? Fallout 4 and Skyrim, man, their save files can get up to almost like a gig, right?
Damn.
Yep.
That's actually,
It's
that's
like
a
it's
ton.
at least like a
It's
couple hundred
huge,
megs
you know?
when you get far enough in the game, and they start taking up a bunch of room.
Yeah, I remember
Check
when I
that.
was playing Skyrim. So I shit you not, I played Skyrim for literally an entire year. This was like when it came out, it was like my most anticipated like game like ever. Cause I haven't played like a Elder Scrolls game before that point since Morrowind, and I loved Morrowind. So I was
I
like,
never
oh
played
my
that Elder
god,
Scrolls
there's
game.
yeah. So I was like a casual. I never actually knew Oblivion existed, which is actually kind of hilarious.
My brother loved
But
Morrowind.
until Skyrim came out.
I honestly didn't know Oblivion ever existed either until Skyrim came out. And once my son started playing it a lot, I went to GameStop looking for other games like that he might like, and that's whenever they told me about like Oblivion and all that. And I was like, oh,
Oh yeah,
So-
Oblivion was my shit, man.
We
I was
didn't
like,
even
oh,
have
there was one
anticipated
before
games.
this.
You just remember seeing a new one show up in the store. I mean, I didn't know what was coming out.
Well,
Yeah, basically.
I got well, it was PC Accelerator first, but then when they went under, it was PC Gamer. So they had spotlight on upcoming games every once in a while. Like I was pretty hyped for Warcraft 3. Me and my buddies went to the midnight release at Fry's for that one.
Chris, you think Skyrim was horrible? Nah, Skyrim
On
was like
P-
one
well,
of the best games last
well, he
gen.
played it on PS3, so
Oh
and it
God,
was horrible on PS3.
Oh, I can imagine.
I never have played Skyrim. I've never played a single Elder Scrolls game. I actually own it on PS3, PS4, Xbox One, and I own Skyrim VR, and I own it on PC. But I have
Shame
never
on you.
played it.
Terrible.
Shame.
Rambo's fucking weird like that.
Just-
He's
Yeah.
got The
Why
Witcher
would
3
you
like
have-
20 times.
Why would you have so many different copies of the game? But you
Because
never
whenever I
played
was
it?
playing on PC, I bought it because it was cheap, and I thought, well, I'll play it. But then I just never got around to it because there were so many fucking sales on PC that you can literally buy 100 games in one day and never even look back. And then I jumped back to consoles, and when the remaster came out, I was like, okay, well, I'll buy it. That sounds like I might finally actually get into playing it and platinum it. Well, then I heard that it was enhanced on the X and the Pro, so I have the X, so I was gonna buy it on the X to compare, and so that's the reason why I own so many. And then my VR when I traded it in, to the new one. The new one was a Skyrim VR bundle, so that's the reason why I have Skyrim VR.
Okay. Well,
And
you
then
should play Skyrim.
Somehow
like,
he bought The Witcher
stop
3 like
whatever you're
20
playing
times
and
in
just play that.
between on that.
But yeah, because I bought The Witcher 3 and all the DLC on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Then they came out with the complete edition, which has a separate trophy list. So then I bought it on the PS4 and Xbox One.
Oh, fucking Rambo. And he
Yo,
still hasn't
Rambo
played
played-
any of them.
Love you.
Yeah.
You buy multiple copies of the same game.
I've bought plenty of multiple copies of the same game.
I hate
Like,
doing that.
Rambo
The only
laughs at
time
the
I'll
term
do that is
double
if I
dipping.
really
He's
love
like,
the game.
that's for bitches.
Yeah, I tripled it, bitch. Get on my level.
Everyone was like, forget it. I'm getting for my phone, my Nintendo Switch, my Xbox, my PS4, my PC, and my iPhone,
And my
And my
refrigerator. Yep.
and my toaster.
It's only a matter of time. Well, some dude did get Doom 3 running on their refrigerator, so.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god. How is that even possible? I know it's possible, but goddamn. That's kind of cool,
A
but
lot of time and nothing else
also
to do.
useless.
Yeah, no shit. You had a lot of time in the sand.
I mean, I get it. I do the same shit on my phone. I fucking hack into that thing and redo the operating system and get all sorts of weird shit running
Try
on
to
it.
put games on there. Yeah.
PSP
Well, there's
too. I had fun
actually
with
really
that.
Good games that you can get on Android.
Oh, there's plenty. There's lots of good games now.
I saw somebody playing Fortnite and PUBG and there's
Yeah,
like one more I can't remember
and
the name of.
PUBG runs better on a phone than it does on.
Xbox.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, it does.
Xbox.
Definitely on
Yep.
Xbox. I'd even say it probably rivals the PC.
What's crazy though is that like when you're walking around, all the kids are looking down at their phones playing Fortnite.
Yeah.
But now that Fortnite's out on mobile, they're all just walking around like going, like just walking, looking down.
Oh, there was a thing on a Reddit
Everywhere.
where they were saying how playing, I can't remember if it was PUBG or Fortnite, but one of them with a mouse and keyboard on the phone is close to cheating.
How the hell
has
they
be
get that to
cheating.
work? Bluetooth?
Yeah, Bluetooth mouse and keyboard.
Are you serious?
Yep.
That's just
So now there's
ridiculous.
going to be
Why
that.
would they? But why would they go through that? I mean, why wouldn't they just play on the fucking PC?
If you don't have a
They wanna
PC.
control, probably.
I
They
mean, are
want to
you-
just be like, oh, I'm the best on mobile.
Yeah, I'm like, are
Think
you
about it,
just,
Rambo. For like $20 at Walmart, you can get a Bluetooth mouse and keyboard set, and all of a sudden be a god on a battle royale game. On
well,
your
yeah,
phone.
because everybody else is using touch screens or controllers.
Exactly. That's why they're doing it. I'd be like, fuck the PC. I'm gonna be the #1 Fortnite player on mobile.
Yeah,
I mean-
like I'm kicking ass and
Yeah,
taking
right.
names, man. I don't know. I still wouldn't want to play on that little bitty tiny screen with a mouse and keyboard.
You could get really gangster and use a Bluetooth mouse and keyboard to use that for your phone, and then use because a lot of phones will do the USB to HDMI, or will do the like screencast thing, and you can
Oh, yeah.
project it onto your TV.
Oh man, you know there's at least like a handful of people that do that.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sure,
yeah.
bro. I'm
Oh
sure.
yeah.
I just
That is
that'd
now
be
their gaming
hilarious.
platform.
What I don't understand is like who has time on the go to play an entire match of PUBG.
Kids.
You know how long that shit can take? A PUBG match could take like up to like 50 minutes.
Yeah, or people like maybe on a plane or waiting for a plane. They're just sitting, or a doctor's appointment, just sitting there waiting in the waiting room forever.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine, but there are people that have to travel and shit for a living. They don't get to sit there and play games. I mean,
Yeah,
I still
no.
can't imagine it. I'm like, no, that's fucking, that's Whoville. That's a fairy tale. Nah.
Oh,
he's
Theo.
he's totally
dear
not
God.
Stonesy. It's okay.
I'm not Stonesy, man. I promise. I just have 500 fake accounts. I promise I'm not Stonesy.
Yeah, it's just me with this basic YouTube account that just got created 5 seconds ago. But I'm not Stonesy.
No, Stonesy, you didn't create any panic at all. Like, we laugh at you. In fact, I mean, like Wednesday, we were joking around about an over-under on when you would come in.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not
missed
even
you.
laughing at him. I just feel sorry for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of lonely on a Friday night, fucking in a chat, talking to a man taking up for two other men. Hey,
Just a weirdo, bro.
I mean,
at 26 years old.
hopefully he at least had a productive day, and this is just how he's winding down. I mean,
Man, he doesn't have a productive
Yeah, I don't
day.
think so. Because if you have a productive day, this is not the kind of shit you would do afterwards.
well, damn, that's
This man probably
Yeah.
ain't seen pussy since it had him.
coming out of his mom. He's like, I better touch it on the way out because I'm never
Yep.
seeing it again.
Yeah.
I like it when people try to tell me that I'm a virgin. I'm like, do you not see 5 kids with me?
Yeah. If
Damn,
kids
Rambo,
are anything, they're living, walking, breathing proof that you're not a virgin.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Theo. I'm Stonesy. So,
No, I'm Stonesy.
hey, don't try and steal
I'm
my
Stonesy.
identity.
Which one of you is the real Stonesy?
I'm
he is.
Stonesy. Well, the real Stonesy, please stand up.
I was
Please
just about
stand
to
up.
say that too.
There's like 5 accounts in here. And be like, oh, it's me. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Never mind. You still on that egalitarian thing? Wow.
Oh my god. Like you don't let shit go, man.
Egalitarian?
No, don't, man, don't.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
I don't even know how that shit started. How did that even start?
Yeah,
Exactly.
like
Chris is Stonesy
Brim.
because he's smoking his blunt.
Brim says something about egalitarian and rags back in our
Months ago,
one
wasn't it?
one of those streams. Stonesy listened to it and has been hounding Brim about define egalitarian because you don't understand it, and now this not Stonesy person all of a sudden wants us all to define egalitarian.
So here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything that Stonesy does, this person in the chat does, but he doesn't know Stonesy. He just happens to agree 100% with everything that he says.
And he's awfully curious about all the things that Stonesy wants to know.
Yeah.
And sometimes he knows something Stonesy said that we weren't even talking about.
Yep.
Sometimes.
But he's not Stonesy.
Totally not Stonesy.
No.
Definitely.
Because
See?
I mean, it's the
egalitarian's a random term he's come up with. It's just random.
it's the internet, and so anybody who says something on the internet, it has to be true.
Well, that's the way it
Isn't that
works.
what we?
Yeah,
that's what we
right?
were all taught in school. I mean,
Well,
the internet never lies.
You know, it's people go around talking about the ADD medication epidemic and the opioid epidemic, but really there's a stupidity epidemic due to the internet.
Fucking is running rampant, man. It has definitely affected one of our chat members today.
I would rather like
It's definitely not Stonesy.
have that,
No.
you know, sit in front of the TV thing and believe no one on the TV ever lies. I mean, than this.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
CNN to give the internet a run for its money.
this is true. Yeah, this is true.
But at least everyone would believe the same lie. With the internet, there's a lie in front of you, and then there's 50 coming from your left, and 20 coming from your right. It's everywhere.
It's all different.
Yeah, you'll never. Well, I shouldn't say you'll never hear the same lie twice, because you will. But I mean, you'll hear 5,000 different ones before you hear the same one again.
And
then we get
Facebook
a
was going
bunch
to
of
save
not
us from it
Stonesies.
all.
Yeah.
They were
yeah.
going to fact check it all, and they were going to tell us all the right whatever it is.
We didn't even say Nick, dude. And you just retracted the message.
As if the
Yeah.
chat's not on stream.
You do this every damn time, man.
If
you
you
know
don't
what it is?
if you don't know him, then how do you know his name? Yeah.
Okay, here's what it is. I got you figured out. You're either in a Discord call right now, or you're saying that you're getting snippets or whatever from the stream, and you're like, "Look, I'm sidetracking them. They're talking about me instead of what they had planned to talk about." But joke's on you, because we don't plan to talk about anything.
Yeah.
Oh
So
no.
you're not sidetracking us at all. You're
Usually
creating
we-
a conversation.
Yeah, you usually be coming here and just have a conversation with the chat or each other. So thank you.
And really, it's been kind of slow the last few weeks.
Yeah, the gaming scene's been kind of
It's getting close to E3. That's why.
Yeah.
yeah.
People aren't
Yeah,
putting
we're gonna
out
start-
news.
All these quote unquote leaks will start happening.
Yep.
I call them control leaks.
Oh, sure. Yeah, they're not all leaks.
Rumors.
Yeah.
See, if you were so sure you were right, dude, why would you even care about being outnumbered?
Not when I'm outnumbered. Oh
Yeah,
my
he
God.
acts like this is some sort of gang fight, and whenever he comes in here, we're all just gonna jump and beat his ass.
This isn't the crumb side.
I told him the other guys will be quiet and let it just be me and him, and he still won't do it. Because the dude is a fraud.
You guys hear anything more about Borderlands 3?
I have not. Just that it's going to be there supposedly June 10th.
Launch?
that's like
or
right
that's the
before E3,
announcement?
right?
No, June 10th is that Sunday when Microsoft does theirs, and I think Bethesda does theirs.
Okay.
That's going to be the announcement?
Well, we don't know.
Ah.
All it said was Borderlands 3, June 10th.
Yeah.
I mean,
See, and now I'm torn because Borderlands 3 would be a game that I'd want to pay $60 for.
Oh,
But
definitely.
I know there's a good chance that if I do, then I won't like it. Just because for some reason, all the games I do, I end up not liking them.
Well, try your best. If it pops up on Steam and it's like $56, buy it.
this one's only $59.99.
Oh, got
Not
it.
Quite 60.
That 1 penny, man, that's the difference.
You know, it's like other things being so expensive that make you not like the game. You're like, fuck, I just spent $60 on this, but if I would have spent 30, then I could also have this and this
Yeah.
and some weed. And it's just like,
right?
I go through that same shit. I'm like,
Well, it's funny. We talked about old times on Titan Pulse podcast, and somebody brought up an old Game Pro magazine, and at the back of the magazine, it shows like sale prices and stuff, and games are 45, 65, 80, and people were talking about, like I always said, like everybody talks about like how expensive games are now. I'm like, our minimum wage is $7.25 and our games are 60. I said back then our minimum wage was around $2.35, and our games were anywhere from $45 to $90. There's a big, big difference.
it's actually a cheaper hobby now.
Although to
Yeah.
be fair, most of the AAA PC releases were $50 until I think the end of the 90s.
Yeah, I was referring to consoles.
But yeah,
Yeah.
because I remember, I think Warcraft 3, or maybe it was Diablo 2, was because like all the Blizzard games before that, like the StarCraft and Warcraft 2 and all that, they were all 50. I remember that.
But still, even 50 back then would be more than 60 now.
Yeah.
I think if we get games to like $40 for AAA, I think that
I
would be
think
a good-
digital
that would be-
I think digital they definitely should be at least 40.
Yeah, I agree.
And then if you want the people that want physical, they can they can pay the extra because of the
Yeah, that was kind of
cost of.
that was kind of a dick punch when they were saying digital was gonna make games cheaper, but then they were 60 before and then they were 60 after, and they stayed
Yeah, no
60
shit.
the whole time, and it was like, well, what was about this supposed to be cheaper?
Yep.
The thing
they
is,
said
they
on
don't even need to pay retailers either when they make it digital.
Ubisoft said that whenever the reason why the games are like that on console is that the adoption rate to buying digital isn't high enough, and so that's the reason why they haven't lowered it, because it, I guess, somehow will skew their numbers or their results, and so
Which
they
I
wanna-
call horseshit, because I just saw a thing where Nintendo, the digital is outpacing physical.
Well, on consoles, like at the end of the year last year, as an average across, because I mean it all depends on each game is different. But as an average, it was 70-30 physical, and that's across that's including
Is that all three?
all three. Yeah.
PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was 70-30 digital. I mean physical to digital. So I mean, some games, of course, will have a high digital attach rate, and then some games will have a low one. But it averages out at the end of the year to 70-30.
I mean, really, digital is great, especially if you're an impatient fuck like me.
Yeah,
I
me
mean,
too.
As soon as it drops, you have it. I mean, why not do it that way? I don't want to drive to the store, wait in the checkout. Fuck all that shit.
I mean,
Yeah,
or you
that-
could pre-order.
I fought
Get
it
the
for a
Skull
while.
Map Pack bonus edition.
I did fight
only
it for a
time-
while because I liked I liked having the discs, but
Oh yeah, I love the disc.
Steam just ended up being so much easier. It's just a shame that, yeah, I mean, even if it was just like $50, $50 for the digital, $60 for the
I could get behind
physical.
that.
Yeah, that, a $10. I mean, it's got to be a shitload
That's
cheaper
nothing.
to not have to produce all the packaging and shit.
Yeah. And to me, like the way I look at it, I love physical because I mean y'all know about my physical collection, but when I sold it now on digital, it's hard for me to even want a physical disc anymore because I'm like, it's so much easier just to close out of an application and go straight to the next one rather than turn around, go through my games, go, okay, what do I want to play? Look at this, no, look at that. And it's all the big, huge library of games that I got to go through. Whereas when they're digital, it's simply just, go to the next one and see what I want. I mean, it's much quicker. Very convenient.
Really? 30 years ago today, Beetlejuice launched.
Oh well.
Yeah,
In
that was
case,
trending on Twitter. I was
yeah,
like, okay, cool,
in
something
case you
positive
wanted to
for
feel
once.
old.
Thanks a lot,
Later,
Pete.
Halo. Have fun with No Man's Sea.
No man, see. Admire that beautiful water there, buddy.
Oh,
Yeah, the only time I buy physical now is, well, I mean, it's not really physical, but I mean, unless I buy a console and it comes with a physical copy. But usually I'll give the physical copy to somebody or like my kid or something like that.
another thing too was because with digital, you don't have to worry about the DRM and having to put the disc in the drive. That was a big nut punch too. Because when they went digital, obviously the digital had the quote unquote CD key check the same way, but you didn't have
Yeah,
to have a disc in the drive. And man, I remember, oh, what was it? Uh, Diablo 2? When I booted it up like the second or third time to get in you had to do a bunch of shit to get it so that you didn't have to use the CD in the tray with it. It's like, fuck, man.
yeah,
Oh yeah, Damien tools.
Yeah, and shit like that, and there like you had to drag all the movie files off of the disc and put it into the
Bro,
install folder and shit like that.
Diablo 2 and the LOD expansion, I must have went through 3 or 4 play discs. I hated fucking that shit because, like, you know, your brother or something would leave the shit out and it gets crashed,
Yep.
and you were fucked after that. And there was no way of like calling Blizzard and going, "Look, I have the game. You know, I have the game." Nope, you gotta go out and get another fucking disc. It's like, damn.
Yeah, and that never made any sense to me because with like the terms of service and shit and all that explicitly states that, I mean, and people have been arguing about this for a while because like technically you don't own the stuff that's on the disc, right? You don't
Right.
buy quote unquote the game, you are buying a license to play the game. And it's like, okay, but if that's the case, then Blizzard, that's on you if my disc breaks because I didn't
Yeah,
buy
I'm renting it.
I didn't buy the disc. I bought a license to play what's on the disc. So if the disc gets damaged, that you should be replacing it because that it's I still have the license to play what's on the disc and you're not letting me play it because the disc
Yeah.
is damaged.
that is true. Yeah, I never thought about that because they can. I kept telling people because they're like, that's why like you do realize that the only difference between physical and digital now is that you only buy the disc, you don't buy the game. A game can be taken away from you just the same as it can be me. And so, if that's the case, that means they pretty much own the disc, the company, and you just rent the license on the disc.
Well, I mean, I've always looked at, well, not always, since this whole digital deal, I've kind of looked at the discs as like a key to start the car.
Sure.
That's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
all it is.
Right.
I mean, everything's on the console. You just got to toss in the disc.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this with the whole games as a service thing too, because if companies if they want to use the games as a service model, that, I mean, they're gonna have to come up with a standard for things like how much time after the game's release are they guaranteed to like upkeep and like the servers and shit. Because
True.
I mean, if you're going to say that your game is a service, well, when I purchase that service, or if you purchase any other service, there's always a guarantee. You know, you purchase Comcast or whatever, and it's a month. You know, you pay this month and you get it for a month and shit like that. But
Right.
there's no standard for how long. And so, you know, we've seen games where now, luckily, most of the time, you know, the games like Paragon or whatever, where the game dies down before, sometimes before even release, but really it doesn't matter. But you know, people have paid for it, but the game dies down too soon, and they just end up giving refunds or whatever. But yeah, I mean, they're gonna have to start discussing this shit, because if they want to say that their game is a service and that service can end, well, okay, that's fine, but how long does that $60 purchase guarantee that I'll be able to play that game?
That, and you can't charge taxes on services.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, like Game Pass is seriously $9.99. It's not plus tax or anything. Hey, what's going on with Disney? Rambo, do you know? Or Pete?
What do you mean?
The last 3 months on Xbox Games with Gold, we've gotten Split Second, which is somehow affiliated with Disney. I don't know, but they're in the credits. And then Brave, the video game, and then Cars 2. I think something's going on with Disney. Like, they're either going to announce something or, you know, something.
You there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
What the fuck? Just a second.
sure.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Shadowkin. Netflix is not. You're not buying the individual movies or shows. You're buying the Netflix service. That's a big difference. When you buy a specific game, now I'm not talking about, well, kind of, sort of. It could theoretically also apply to something like the Xbox Game Pass or whatever. But I'm talking more about, like, the games where they're saying, where like Destiny 2 or whatever, where it's an initial purchase price, and then the game is online only, and it's like I said, games as a service, where the game continues to play, but it's not like a single player game where the multiplayer is extra and the multiplayer just goes for as long as it goes. The whole game is online, and theoretically it could end at any time. But that's the thing. Whenever there's been services like that before, there's almost always a guarantee for at least a certain amount of time. You know, if you buy an extended warranty from a store for a product you purchase, there's a time limit on it. You know, you're guaranteed. You know, if I go to Fry's and I buy a laptop and I purchase the extended warranty, and it's a 3-year warranty, even if they don't end up having that laptop, they still owe, if my laptop breaks, they have to replace it. So, sometimes they'll actually, Fry's is cool because they'll upgrade you to the next best model if they don't have your original model anymore of whatever you got the warranty for. But that's kind of like what I'm talking about. That right now there's no standard for, if a game like say a game like Destiny 2 comes out and you pay $60 for it and you're expecting it to last for at least a few years, if not longer, but say in 6 months the company goes under, or they just, there's not enough people playing it or whatever like that, and they shut it off, like, that's a big dick punch right there.
It really is.
And like I said, I think if a lot more games are going to be going to this games as a service model, which,
I got to make my daughter a bottle.
Hey, for some games I like, some games I don't, but it's a thing like anything else. But if they do, I think they're going to have to, that's a question that's going to have to be answered really quick, especially if a bunch of games, like say Sea of Thieves, man. If Sea of Thieves came out $60 and people bought it and they were expecting more, they were like, okay, this game wasn't that great at launch, but maybe in a few months or 6 months or something like that, they'll get some more content out. But if it went under, like how many people would be furious that they paid $60 for an unfinished game that never got finished, you know?
True.
Shadowkin, is you really can't even play the game single player? I haven't tried since they shut the servers down, but I thought they only shut down the. Man, I'm gonna try that right now because fucking 2142 is one of my favorite games ever.
No, he says he can't play it.
I know. I thought it was just for the multiplayer that you couldn't play anymore, though. I thought the single player with bots still worked.
No, it's not. It's not a server based. 2142.
Man, if this doesn't even work for single player, I'm gonna be pissed.
We're gonna find out live on air
Yes,
if
we
he's
are.
gonna be pissed.
The audio's gonna be hella loud, though.
That's what he,
I can turn it down. Haha. Windows 10 for the win. See if that
well,
works.
Jay Caesar, it sounds like you're not able to. What if Fritz sees this? Oh no, not Fritz. So worried.
Oh, such a good game. I loved this fucking opening sequence too. Man, back when games actually had good opening movies.
Oh, I love it whenever you start a game and it's like this, like a big opening movie to where it's kind of like it sets the scene.
Yeah.
Like Last of Us has that big long movie kind of thing on the very beginning, and then you start like control it, and then of course it goes into another big movie, but it really sets the scene and got you into the game.
Man, my favorite was the original Descent Free Space. Fuck me, man. That thing, I was like 12 years old or something when that game came out. It just had the most epic opening sequence ever.
Now I know it's not a movie, but I mean completely a movie, but the opening sequence in Metal Gear Solid 5 is a fucking hour long.
Jesus.
Yeah. And you're only playing a portion of that. Like you were, I mean, I was like, dear God, is this thing ever going to fucking get into the game? I thought, well, I mean, first of all, I thought I was playing the game. Like the actual game. And then after I got done with the hour-long scene, which was fucking long.
Well, yeah.
Then it started like going, with so-and-so presents, and I'm like, what? Like that was a fucking opening scene there. That's not even the, like, fuck me, man. Like that was long as fuck. I've never played Soul Reaver, so I don't know anything about that opening sequence in that one.
I never played Soul Reavers either. Although I heard a bunch of good things about it.
Prototype for the win, am I right?
I only played a little of Prototype.
I've never played it, but I heard it was crap.
Well, it was kind of a... what was the game that it was real similar to?
Infamous?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was an Infamous clone.
Oh, shit. You do have to log in. I don't even remember my login details. Well, that fucking sucks.
I actually own the prototype remasters on the PS4, but I was gonna go for the platinums in them, but because they got them really cheap, and then I thought, I'll do it some other time. Because I've heard a lot of people kind of saying that it's not that good, so I know it's gonna be longer than a short game, so trying to go back and actually do that. Do you think calling me what I am is gonna get me upset?
Wait, what?
Well, he called me an old man.
Oh.
I'm like, I freely admit that I'm old. It's not like that. Oh, Mixing Method said there's a custom installer to play Battlefield 2142 servers.
Well, apparently, was it Chris? Or
There's Shadowkin
no,
that talked about
Shadowkin.
2142. Yeah.
Shadowkin. This says somebody here says they have a
Okay.
they have a bypass. I'll put the
bypass to what?
so you
To
can
play Battlefield 2142 servers.
yeah, because there's a master account login when you first start the game to get in, even to do the single player. You have to log into the EA profile server, but that doesn't exist anymore. But apparently, you disconnect from the internet, and then they've got a something or other here that you can put in there to bypass it. I mean, you're definitely gonna have to bookmark this, cause yeah, Battlefield 24. Man, I played that game for fucking years after the. I mean, shit, I was still playing that even when like Battlefield 3 was out. Game was fucking awesome. They really need to redo this with the new Frostbite engine.
So, Rambo, did you hear me about the Disney thing?
Mm,
Like, because your internet was fucking up or something.
no. What about the Disney thing?
All right. Well, I asked Pete too. What's going on with Disney? Or do you think they're building up to a special announcement or something? Because I find it a little fishy that the last, like, I believe it's 3 consecutive months now on Xbox Games with Gold, we got Split Second, which is somehow affiliated with Disney. Brave, the video game that, like, after that movie, and then Cars 2 consecutively. I just find it odd.
I don't know,
Especially
but
with E3 right around the corner.
I don't know what they would be building up to, because I don't know. It'd be interesting if they part. But what would they part? What IP do they have that they would be able to partner with, like Xbox or something? Like it would have to be like Fantastic Four, Deadpool, well, the Avengers, I guess, all besides Spider-Man.
Well, I'm saying, like, it doesn't even have to be a game. Like, Disney has a streaming service. What if they're bringing that? I mean, something.
Oh, they could be.
Anything. Because, I mean, now that I bring it up, don't you find it a little odd, too? 3 months in a row?
Yeah, that a Disney-related game was free.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. Yeah, I never even looked at it that way and thought about it that way. I just saw the games and was like, oh, okay.
That's right. Disney does own Star Wars. Forgot
Yeah,
about
but Ryan,
that.
Star Wars is already
It's a
assigned
multi-platform
to EA.
IP, yeah.
I don't think Disney would do an exclusive to anything because of the fact that
They're just so
You know.
huge.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're all about them. They're like Activision. They're all about as much money as they can possibly make. Yeah, Chris. I mean, at this point, Xbox needs to find something to identify them with. Because right now, like PlayStation single player games, Nintendo, you always know what you're going to get the first party games. But Xbox doesn't really have that game that says, like you mentioned Xbox One, you automatically associate it with a certain game. or a certain genre or whatever. But I mean, the only thing you can really associate it with is multiplayer games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the 360 days are over, and we're looking at trying to turn the Xbox into basically a service. Because
I
Satya
mean, yeah.
Nadella was pretty clear with what he wanted everything in Microsoft to be, and he was willing to sell off the Xbox back then because he didn't even think that it was even an important part of the business. So Phil had to make him see that it was an important part, and apparently he has. But he still wants everything in Xbox or in Microsoft to be a service. So,
Including Windows.
yep, everything.
Could you imagine paying monthly or yearly for your Windows?
A lot of people do
That's what they want to do. It.
because they still do Windows like that, Windows license like that.
Where it's temporary and it expires?
Yeah, you'd have to keep paying monthly.
Oh, fuck that.
But do they do that for Windows? I thought it was just.
It might be just Office.
Yeah,
It
I
might
thought it
be
was just
yeah.
Office in those. Yeah, but I keep hearing that they're
gonna
want
move it
to
to
do
Windows.
it. Yeah, but
Yeah,
I don't think that's gonna happen though because then they switch to where they have the free version where it's got ads and it only lets you use Edge for the browser and you can't use like Google Chrome and shit. So I think they're gonna stick with they'll
well,
have
that kind of
the
works because like with that they still get money off of the free users because the ads are popping up.
yeah, and for people who don't want to pay the 70 or $100 or whatever for the more comprehensive versions, if they don't need it, it gives you functionality. You can, you've still got a browser and a word processor and all that, and you can always upgrade if you want. Because yeah,
It's funny. These people don't know about Open Office.
well, or any of the other free ones that are out there.
Fucking Google Docs.
I mean, Word. What is it? What's the one that comes with Windows?
OneDrive.
WordPad.
No. There's a better one though, because you get Notepad, but there's also WordPad. Yeah, and WordPad works just fine.
WordPad is just a light Microsoft Word Lite.
Pretty much.
You have to have some grammar skills and stuff to use WordPad. There's not.
Yeah, because it
as many
doesn't
fancy
spell check
plugins and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it
on
works.
its own at least.
It doesn't tell you when you're using like a run-on sentence or you should have put a comma somewhere. It doesn't tell you none of that shit.
The regular one does.
Microsoft Word, yeah.
When did that shit start?
Oh god,
it's been a while.
Years
Man,
ago.
I haven't used Office in a while then.
Yeah, they tell you every little fuck up.
Oh, great.
They underline it in different colors, like gray is. You probably could have worded that a little better, like your punctuation and shit. And the red is misspelled. And
Ugh. Just.
Yeah, when you get done typing a long thing, it ends up looking like a crown paper because all the different colors on there. And
let's not teach people how to write. Let's just have the computer fucking do it all for them.
yeah, you just hit spell check and then go replace, and then when it like pops up and goes like there's no suggestion, you're like fuck. What do I do? Like it sounded fine to me the first time I wrote it. Like something's
you're
wrong.
telling me it's wrong, but you're not going to suggest anything to fix it?
Exactly.
Okay.
Add word to dictionary. Fuck you. I missed the paperclip.
Oh yeah, the little smart ass
Oh,
paper
I like
clip.
that. I like that.
I love the
He was a
memes that
smartass,
people
though.
did with that shit. That sounds like a personal problem, Chris.
He can't wait for what to kill him.
He almost gets a
That's
heart
bullshit.
attack when his toaster pops out toast.
Oh. Chris, did you see
what
Ready
about
Player
those
One?
biscuits when you pop the tube? Fuck that shit.
Oh man, those things are dangerous. And if you don't pop it, and then you have to like peel the paper off a little, when that thing does pop, it scares the shit out of you.
Dude, it's fucking nerve wracking. I have to make Easter dinner on Sunday, and I'm kind of afraid.
I wondered. I was okay. You haven't seen it yet. I was wondering if it was any good.
I keep hearing from people. I don't know about. Let's look it up on like Rotten Tomatoes, but I keep hearing from people that it's really good.
Yeah, Pete said that it's pissing off all the right people.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah.
So-
I got the article right here. This is Cracked. What Ready Player One tells us about toxic fandom. And man, they get nuts with it. But I think Polygon and Kotaku and all them have also done
Yeah, Pete-
articles like this.
Well, if it's pissing off them, then that means it's usually a good movie or a good game or whatever.
That's like before when I told you I used reviews from websites and shit, and you were like, man, why would you do that? And it's like, well, not that I cared about their opinion. I would just look to see if they hated it. That was usually a pretty good, like, man, they couldn't stand what was it, like Duke Nukem 3D, and then Shadow Warrior and all those, and it's like, they're complaining about all the sexist jokes and shit, like, and all the violence, and it's like, oh, I like sexist jokes and violence, I'll probably like this.
Like, thank you for writing this review. Even though it was supposed to deter me, but it just made me more interested.
Pretty much. So Rotten Tomatoes, it's got 76% the tomato score and 79% audience score. So that's one of the
It's not
weird
doing
ones.
too bad.
Yeah, where they actually agree. But
That tells me if the main character was black, it would be at 99%.
Right.
So yeah, we're
Well, yeah,
good.
because you're not allowed to dislike it if it's a black main character.
Exactly.
it's funny too because it has a bunch of like the main character, I guess, is I don't know about because it doesn't look like in the movie, but in the book, the main character was overweight and like it had all the social justice check boxes where he was oppressed and it's a dystopian future and shit like that. But people are still complaining about the book. Like literally, what was the line in this? Oh no, this was on. This was in one of the Reddits. Let me see if I can find it because one of the feminist frequency chicks. Yeah, here we go. Carolyn Petit from Fem Frequency. Ready Player One, a book that's heavily influenced by games and that sends gamers the harmful message that so many games have always sent them. You're the one who really matters.
Wow.
I mean, I can't even.
I guess they want movies to put past the message that don't think about yourself, think about everybody else.
I guess.
But shit, like any self-help book will always tell you before you can take care of anybody else, you have to be able to take care of yourself.
I know, right? Nice, Shadowkin. It's too bad it's not actually multiplayer, but I'll take what I can get.
Man, I'm with George Carlin when he says that's a self-help book. Self-help book. It's not self-help because someone else had to fucking write the thing. So that's just
Yeah.
help.
It's just a help book. Okay, I'll Spark. I'll search them on YouTube.
So what are you expecting out of Sony this E3, Rambo?
Maybe a release window for Last of Us 2, Death Stranding,
Oh yeah, Death Stranding.
or at
That's not
least a
just
year.
coming to Sony though, right?
Uh, from there was a thing a while back that said that um, it might come to PC,
I hope so.
but it was never really confirmed. So we know for sure that it's this game. Sony said they did make it to where this game was exclusive to the PS4, but that doesn't necessarily to them mean it can't come to the PC because they don't really look at the PC like that.
Although I guess I can just play it on my girlfriend's PS4. That'd really suck though.
Oh.
Other than that, I mean, I really don't know because like all their studios, we already know what games they're making, and the other ones have already made their games, so we won't see another one until after the next console. So I don't really know. I mean, maybe more PSVR shit. Um, I really don't know. I'm kind of like Chris. I'm more interested in Xboxes to see if they can do wow the crowd because this E3 is like make it or break it for them. I think.
If there's a surprise announcement, like for a Twisted Metal game on PS4,
Oh, that'd be nice.
I would run out and get a second one. Like seriously, like that would be something that to me would be worth it.
Twisted Metal would be cool to have a remake or a next game in it. I like to see a Spyro announcement.
Yeah, Spyro would be good too.
We're probably going to see some more Medieval because I know that they are remastering that, and it's a rumor that if you pre-order whenever that goes live, the Medieval remastered, then you'll get Medieval 2 remastered as well. So hopefully that turns out to be true. And I really don't know. I mean, there's not really too much that they could do. Maybe announce a SOCOM revisit.
Yeah.
Wait, they remastered Twisted Metal Black on PS4?
That's not remastered. It's the same game that's on.
Oh, yeah, it's playable, yes.
Yeah.
Which is probably the best one to pick.
I don't know, that one they did for PS3 in, what was it, 2010, 2011, wasn't bad. It was just, I believe, self-titled, just Twisted Metal.
I don't remember that one.
I don't remember that one either. Of course, I haven't played Twisted Metal since PS2, so. Okay, you gotta listen to this. If the chosen one narratives and tremendous powers of games like these aren't all about doing exactly that, I don't know what is. These games tell you you're special, you're better, you're meant for great things. You deserve an existence without limits. Like most games, their mechanics support an extremely individualistic worldview. Sure, you may be, quote, selflessly questing to save others, but the real reward is being told that you're the only one who can fulfill this quest and becoming increasingly more powerful as you do so. Jesus fucking Christ, woman.
All they care about is the collective.
Really? As if a game or a movie or anything else could be about anything other than it's this person who's got to do, the quest, whatever that quest is. Like what?
Yeah,
what is it?
I mean,
What is a game supposed to be about? Are you supposed to play 100 different people in the village, all doing their part? Should you have to play the blacksmith and make the weapon and then give the weapon to the hero, and then when the hero goes to the tavern, you've got to play the tavern wench that brings him his. Oh, excuse me. That was so misogynistic of me. The tavern person who brings you the ale. Like, what the fuck, man?
yeah. When it comes to them, they're way too gone. They're way lost in the sauce. I don't know if there's ever anything coming back for them. And what's crazy is they act like that's teaching you. like to be individualistic and stuff. But I thought, I mean, if they can't teach, if it can't teach you to be a mass murderer, then they can't teach you to be individualistic.
Yeah,
That's
participation trophies.
go
That's it.
get yeah. That's their example of a great game, Night in the Woods. Because May is not smarter than you. She's not more capable. She doesn't make better life choices. This is why I loved her.
Wow.
Uh,
That's Polygon and Film Frequency for you. I think they're almost running by the same people, it seems like.
they certainly have all the same opinions.
Yeah. When Polygon does their live show, it's literally like 4 blue-haired feminists. And I'm like, how the
Yeah.
hell is this what's going to be representing the gaming?
Well, how
Because in
very
order to be a
diverse.
feminist nowadays, you have to have a hair color that comes from a box of Crayola.
Yep.
I mean, and some type of random, like, big hole in your face. It can't just be an earring. You got to be able to fit your pinky through that bitch. I mean,
Yeah, and I want to know how diverse cast whenever it's all women.
Well, Black Panther is so diverse, don't you know?
Yeah, that was the weird thing. Is like, no, that's not really what diversity is. But okay,
Well, it is to them.
yeah,
No white people. Yeah. Or no men, depending on.
like, their definition of diverse and our definition of diverse are two different things. They believe it's diverse because it's never been done before, so it's different than everything else.
oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
After decades of games devoted to telling players that they're the center of the world, the only person that really matters. God, it's so great to start seeing more and more games that cast you as just another person in a community of people who, in their own ways, are all struggling and who in some ways need each other. Yeah, like any of these games tell you that you're the only person that matters. That's why you save other people, and that's, Jesus fucking Christ. Like any game, Wolfenstein, like the woman that the love interest that she doesn't matter, or the older woman that you help get the suit for and shit, like
Well,
she
not to
doesn't
mention
matter.
the other guy, like oh fuck, I forgot what his name is. The older man.
Yeah,
Like he's alongside you shooting them too. So I mean, these people have a role in the game. They're just not playable.
God, their fucking worldview is so fucking warped.
Well,
But okay, now that one, exactly what they described is exactly like what the perfect way to be or the perfect game, like whatever. It described Kingdom Come Deliverance because you start the game off as a lonely old blacksmith, and you have to work your way up and everything else like that. But I mean, you're a nobody. You're just one of the commoners. So why didn't they like that one?
Well, for one thing, because there's no black people in it.
Yeah.
But for another,
Well,
I
yeah.
would probably say because you can work your way up, that means that you're still special.
as a white man.
Of course,
Yeah,
that
you're also
pisses them off most of all.
you're also sleeping with prostitutes.
And get
So
the
they don't like that
achievement
either.
alpha male.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, that's a real achievement in that game? Because if it is,
Well,
I think I know the next game I'm buying.
I think so, yeah. Let me see. Let me look it up for you.
Is that game
have-
super grindy? Like it takes a long fucking time?
Yeah, because it's almost like real life.
Oh shit.
They said there's a mission like where you have to basically walk on the night watch, walk around the entire camp or the entire map, and you never get into a battle or whatever. You're just walking and talking to the guy, an NPC.
But yeah, thank goodness for Untitled Goose Game, in which you play as a mischievous goose, and for Knights and Bikes, in which you play as a young girl embarking on an imaginative adventures with her friends. And Don't Make Love, about praying mantises in
Oh, and
love
I gotta
who
change
want
my
to have
color.
sex
Dang it.
but fear the potentially dangerous, deadly consequences.
Good God.
Those are, thank goodness for those games. God. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, fuck Undertale.
They probably would have reviewed Undertale pretty low too.
Butterfly Soup, about gay Asian girls playing baseball and falling in love.
What? There's a game called Butterfly Soup.
Apparently.
Okay.
Please tell me this is on Steam.
You're gonna get it?
No, but
Oh.
oh no, it's not. I just wanted to see the Steam page for it. Wow, is this Carolyn's Fave 5 games in 2017, and number one, beating out Pyre, which I've never heard of, and Night in the Woods, surprisingly, but also Nier Automata and Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. So it must be good if it beat those. Is Butterfly Soup a visual novel about gay Asian girls playing baseball and falling in love?
Sounds like a weird game.
Yeah, it does. Art isn't even all that great either. It can't convey what makes this game so wonderful. I don't know if I can either, but I'll try to hint at it.
Oh, dear God.
It has something to do with how well Lei knows the four lead characters, how they each have such distinctive voices.
Ah.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh, so because they have separate voice actors, and and you like how the four lead characters are written, that's what makes it such a great game. Okay. She's incredibly smart, but she plays dumb, or tries to, by saying ridiculous things all the time. But because she's so smart, even in trying to act clueless, she can't help but say things that are so perfect and hilarious that they actually only work to demonstrate how incredibly smart and clever she is.
Wow.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, wow.
Well, there's not a. I don't see an achievement for alpha male. Um, but I do see one called Virgin, and that is to complete the game with by being a virgin. Beat the game as a virgin.
Interesting. But then you don't get the bonuses, man. Copy. There we go. Copy link address. Aw, we couldn't find your page. What the hell?
Pete is losing it. Why?
Oh, there it is.
Did someone get him started on caffeinated soap?
No, we are talking about butterfly soup.
That's a thing?
It's a game.
Oh, even worse.
Features herald their lesbians. That's a feature. One of the 3 features of the games. Herald their lesbians, 3 to 4 hours long, and memes. Those are the 3 features of this game.
Sounds like a winner.
Oh, download now. Name your own price. Can I pay 0?
Negative $60, so they owe you.
This is the absolute best novel I have ever played in my life. I went outside and screamed that Butterfly Soup was the best visual novel.
Damn.
It was written by Kotaku, and I don't know if that's the real
Oh,
Kotaku, but it's their name in the comments is Kotaku.
Saying there's no achievement called Alpha Male.
Uh-huh.
I could have
There
sworn
is
there
one called
was.
Virgin.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because that was one of the things that the dude who bitched about it got pissed off about, was that he slept with some chick and he got an achievement called Alpha
Hello?
Male or something.
Hello?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, over there. There's no achievement called Alpha Male, but there is one called Virgin.
Hell yeah.
That's where you have to beat the game as a virgin.
Oh, so you don't get to fuck anyone throughout the whole game?
No, unless you want to do it twice.
Ah. I don't know. If you got to fuck someone at the beginning, I think it'd be worth it, because then you could just play it once without fucking anyone and then play just the beginning again
Yeah.
and change your mind.
I think in the beginning, like, you have to, like, try even harder to get laid because you're just a nobody in the town. And so you have to, like, pick the options to try to talk her into sleeping with you.
Oh, well. So kind of like real life.
Yeah. Yeah, he tried to make this thing, like, as close to real life as possible.
So
it's like a medieval simulator.
So Salty Sean, man, negative 20 score. They really hated his comment. This is why I hate the new generation. Stop making the sexuality of the characters a big thing. Just make the damn game. And of course, Kotaku comes to the rescue. And Salty Sean says some other shit. And then Brianna Lay herself. Your comment makes no sense because the sexuality of the characters drives the plot in a meaningful way. Play the game before making an ass of yourself next time.
Wow.
Damn.
As if that's anything of what he was talking about. And here, oh my god, such a wholesome game. And they've got this picture where this chick is basically on top of this other chick just saying, I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay. Oh my god. How has nobody done reviews on this shit yet? Oh, I have half a mind to get it and do a stream on it.
Yeah, Mixing Mutt, the visual novels, like, yeah, like, it's usually about having sex or getting a girlfriend or both.
the best ones do something else with it though. And there was one
Yeah.
on Steam. What was the name of it? And it was awesome too because they got their Kickstarter and then they made the game for free because they got like more than what they wanted on the Kickstarter. Sunrider: Mask of Arcadius, and it's a visual novel with some dating sim type stuff in it because you can date or I'm assuming I haven't gotten all the way through it yet, um, but there's you walk in on them and they're in a towel or stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure it does. But so it's got that whole dating sim type of thing with it. But then the other part of it is that you're the commander of this spaceship, and it's got an isometric hex board chess style thing where you control your spaceship and a bunch of like robot type things. And it's a really good battle system. It's really fucking interesting because all the different mechs have different strategies and this, that, and the other. And it was a lot of fun. I haven't played the other Sunrider games, but yeah, it was really fun to play. Like I really enjoyed. I hate turn-based games, but I really liked that battle system. And it had a lot of options too. Like you could it had like 16 different difficulty levels where you could set it to either I don't even want to deal with the battles, I just want to do it for the story, all the way to the developers of the game don't even know if you can actually beat it.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so I mean, like you could do whatever difficulty you wanted if you wanted, like all the way to the seriously, they don't even know if you can beat it, or just I want to play the story and that's it. And free too, like fucking what's there not to like?
Chris, I mean, with it being a free game, I don't know if they would ever bring it to consoles. Unless, I mean, I guess it could be free to play, but
Absolutely love this game. It's adorable, has relatable characters, and the best part, it's super gay.
oh my gosh.
Have already recommended this game to all of my very gay friends.
You're gay. You'll like this one because these people are gay. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm gonna fucking like it. We don't all think alike. Why doesn't other gay friends tell them that?
Did you guys hear about that? Let me see if I can look it up. The creator of Gilmore Girls is making another show about two old gay people.
That doesn't surprise me.
No,
Show's gonna do fucking fantastic too. Watch.
Let's see. I can't remember the name of it. On new Amazon show, is this it? No, The Marvelous Miss Maisel or something. Yeah, that's not it. I just read something about a new show being created by the same people who did Gilmore Girls, and yeah, it's going to be about two old gay guys. And that's the whole thing about the show, is it's about two old gay guys.
they better start on one end of the thing and work the way around.
Yeah, writing duo from Gilmore Girls and Golden Girls is working on a gay retiree comedy.
Weird.
Silver Foxes.
Oh my god.
Shane's gonna watch that one.
Oh,
That's gonna be the top of.
It's gonna come on a cable TV network, and I don't have cable.
That's gonna be the top of his DVR list.
Silver Foxes will be a half-hour sitcom that follows two older gay men and their buddy's younger lover who decide to step in and help their friend when they discovered he's been forced back in the closet at his homophobic assisted living facility.
Wow.
When would
We're saying
that ever even happen?
it never would.
How do you force
But-
someone back in the closet?
What fucking assisted living facility would give a shit if they're gay?
Well, yeah, that too. I mean,
Oh, but that's just that's the premise, right? The four then go on to live together in a Palm Springs house. Ah, so they just needed a reason for the, yeah. God. Oh man, this shit is getting nuts.
Getting?
Well,
It's been there.
this is true, but it's getting worse all the time.
Yeah, Jay Caesar's automatically he's saying right now, he's like Silver Foxes, fuck yeah.
No thanks. Just take me to the downloads.
He's trying to look. He's trying to search for it right now. Did Shane leave again?
no,
He's here.
Oh,
no, I'm just on push to talk.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. Yes, you do not have to pay for it. It is free if you want.
what is?
The
Pete, you're really downloading.
I
that shit.
did. I have it.
Oh, here we
Silver
go.
Foxes?
No, butterfly soup.
Oh,
You know, the gay visual novel. Yep, he just downloaded that.
I did. Oh, how can I rag on it if I haven't played it, guys? You have to play it if you want to have an opinion.
Oh yeah, this is true.
it's best to play it if you're gonna have an opinion on it.
So, in order to thoroughly rag on it, I must play through it.
So play through it, he shall.
More power to you.
Why silver foxes, Jay Caesar? Because old gay fucks wouldn't be acceptable.
Ugh.
Apparently, Go Get's downloading it too.
Are you kidding me, Go Get? You're better than that, man.
Well, he's like finally inclusion.
Yeah, man.
Pete has to do it. His curiosity will actually kill him if he doesn't. But you're better than that.
Well, hey, man, I gotta get my diversity quotient up. I play too many games with straight white male protagonists, so you know I gotta even it out.
Read. Yeah, I got plenty of actual games to play.
I think I'm gonna make this the game I play for the next stream.
Oh Lord.
Rubber
Oh.
sword fight. That would have been a good name for the show, Ryan. Say genital jousting, but I think that one's already taken.
Yeah, it's a video game.
I still can't believe that's a fucking video game.
I mean, really, it could have been anything. They could have made them little spaceships or something. I guess it's funny being penises, but yeah, I don't see the point in it either.
I guess they knew the lewdness of it would draw the hate mob, which would draw the press about it. Because when you're trying to sell that bad press or good press can be good.
That's true. I mean, Kingdom Come Deliverance and Far Cry 5 are great examples.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, how many
Glowing sabers of love. Yeah, that
Yeah.
probably ought to work too, Chris.
comments did I see in Reddit that were, "Oh, Kotaku doesn't like this? I'm buying it right now."
Yeah, and look at PewDiePie. I mean, he's another example. And Logan Paul, the media went after him, shat on him. They both grew, even larger than what they were.
Yeah. Butterfly Soup has so much compassion for its characters, but more than that, it has compassion for its players too. It lets you into the circle
Aw.
of friendship and love these characters create for themselves in a world that often tells them they don't belong. It says, "Hey, you deserve this too." It's a game overflowing with love, and in 2017, there's nothing more radical and necessary than that.
Oh dear God.
Oh,
Ryan says 3 men and an anus. That one might be a little bit too much for nighttime TV.
Anita's most memorable media of 2017. Did she do any?
Not that I know of.
I know, right?
Well, Chris, I can
Oh,
tell you this podcast is going in left field. Thanks to Pete and his reading.
but it's so hilarious.
I know, Pete. You gotta know just when to stop, man. I mean,
No, no, sir.
What fucking site do you go to?
he's a Reddit kind of
gotta-
guy.
I have to know which one to stay away from.
Yeah,
I only go to Reddit to post my articles because Reddit is a mean place.
you can be. Yeah, but man,
Yeah, you
it's got
post
so much
something,
gold.
You post something like, you didn't follow the rules about posting. You have to put quotation marks in this and that. I'm like, dear God, it's a fucking article. Get over yourself.
Yeah, it's not media that Anita has done. It's media that she liked. Oh, she liked Guardians of the Galaxy too. Interesting.
Oh, wow. Which is not consistent.
Yeah, I'm just about crying too, Chris. It's absolutely hilarious. Ah.
Come to the GameStop podcast at Certified Diuretic.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's funny that she couldn't actually sell that game though. It had to be pay what you want. Although they still had what's the what was that walking simulator?
There's a lot of them, so I don't know.
It was the one that got a whole bunch of press.
Mm,
Let me see. They had that one up there for $20, which that's what the hell?
somebody said Firewatch?
No, it wasn't that one.
Nope.
No. It's the one everybody always talks about.
What game?
Yeah, I'm lost with that. I don't know, some walking simulator everybody talked about.
Oh, Slender.
No. The SJW one about the
Oh.
Gone Home.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
that stupid shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had Gone Home there for $20.
Why did I talk about that one?
just because it's so stunning and brave,
Oh dear
and
God.
it was made by Anita Sarkeesian's friend.
Oh, that explains it.
Oh, yes, there's no limit to where we go. We go everywhere.
Not at all.
Yeah, that is an interesting question. How do you think social justice warriors would react to a Wolfenstein-esque game about Imperial Japan?
I don't know. A lot of them still tweet out articles with the old Japan flag on it. I'm like, do y'all not understand like the difference in their flags?
But I mean, I imagine they'd be torn because, oh well, they don't really like Japanese. I mean, they consider Asians white people anyway,
Yeah.
because they do well. But it would be not actual white people, but then again, it would be fascist and all that kind of stuff.
Pretty much. I mean, if I ever got like stranded on an island with somebody like that, I'd just kill him.
Yeah, if
No
they
way
were
in
annoying
hell.
enough, fuck them.
No way in hell. I mean, as soon as they first like uttered some SJW words, I'd just be like on them and wouldn't stop till they died. Find a coconut and kill them.
Oh, so hey, you guys heard about the Lindsay Lohan thing, right? The Grand Theft Auto 5 deal finally came to a close.
Oh yeah, it was dropped finally.
Did you hear like the actual quote that they used that really
No.
pissed Lindsay Lohan off? They said it's not her likeness, it's a generic, and this is the exact quote, generic 20-something woman. And she just, yeah, she's pissed about that.
Because they called her that?
Yeah,
Her
because
character.
yeah, the character in Grand Theft Auto that she thinks she resembles, they said, and I quote, she's just a generic 20-something woman. And Lindsay Lohan was just appalled that the judge couldn't see the resemblance between the Grand Theft Auto chick in the bikini and her. And it just, I guess she took it the wrong way, just thinking, or took it her own fucking way, thinking
Well,
she
kind of
was
like
just
that
generic.
that
and,
black dude saying that the monkey in War of the Planet of the Apes with the blue vest.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
man. So I guess Bunty got suspended for
Again.
for posting. I mean, really, all he did was at shoe on head with a couple of emojis and turfs. I don't know how that's harassment.
Or offensive or anything.
Yeah. I mean, literally, it's like a smiley face, a couple hands clapping, and then a whole bunch of like just lines and shit, and then turfs, and then I guess like I don't even know, is that a devil head? I can't even really tell, but yeah, that's literally all it is. And apparently that was either offensive or abusive or harassment, and so he must be suspended. Lovely.
Always. You come up with some of the best stories.
God, of all people too, Bunty.
He got he got banned before and for harassment or whatever, but he never. He's always like one of the nicest people.
He really is. He's like one step above. Who's the dude that was fat and then he got the
Boogie.
Boogie? Yeah, he's like one step
Yeah.
above Boogie, man.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know, the way social media is ran these days, All you have to do is piss off one person, and everything can go by.
Yep. Oh, you guys heard about Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where he's got to go in front of Congress and shit.
And he, well, not just Congress, but the UK too, the UK
Yeah, but he's
government,
yeah,
but he refused.
he's
And
sending a representative.
right, but then the UK government said something like they strongly recommend that he himself go or something like that. So that'll be fucking interesting. I think that because they just, like I said before, they had that thing where in in Congress it was not Bush, Ted Cruz, I think. Ted Cruz was grilling the representatives from Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter about shadow banning and shit like that. So I think there's going to be a reckoning coming for that shit.
I hope so.
I do too. I really do. Because, yeah, they're getting way out of control. Minds. Start using minds.com. It's way better than Facebook.
Y'all want to know something really funny? DSP, Dark Side Phil, actually is more of a man than I Destroyed NoobTube.
Oh shit.
Damn. Rambo throwing shade.
Oh. Dude, that's not shade. He just threw darkness over his ass. I don't
Ugh. Have you guys seen the Star Wars, The Last Jedi? No, not Last Jedi. What's the one that just came out?
Last Jedi.
Was it Last Jedi?
Yeah. That was the last one that came out.
Okay, it's the second one of the new series, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Star Wars The Last Jedi, how it should have ended.
Uh-uh.
I
Oh,
heard Mark Hamill talking about something like that.
yeah. I saw a couple of reaction videos to it, but yeah, it's fucking hilarious. You guys need to watch it. Anybody who hasn't seen it, look that up on YouTube because it's funny as shit. They
Mark Hamill doesn't seem too happy with the series.
oh dude, yeah. You can every time I watch a thing where it's him and what's his name, the director, Ruin Johnson, man, the look on his face, man, he's dead inside.
Which is the perfect time for him to go play the Joker in a live action film.
Oh man, yeah, I feel so, and you can totally tell too because he had made a bunch of comments about how he didn't agree with Ryan Johnson and his character and this, that, and the other, and then he made that tweet where he tried to walk a lot of it back, and everybody's saying like they think that Disney pressured him to take it back, and I could totally see it.
Dude, Mickey
Oh, with
Mouse don't
Disney,
fuck
yeah,
around.
for sure.
Yeah, because he was saying, I mean, he wasn't like mean about it or anything, but he was saying some pretty harsh stuff about the decisions Ryan made and shit like that. And then all of a sudden, for him to come out and say, "Oh, I don't want to." What was the quote? I don't want to divide the community or something like that. Like that was just really odd for him to do, and you can totally see it whenever he's in a thing with Ryan Johnson. Like, man, the look on his face, man, he's just like, I can't say anything. I can't say anything. It's fucking horrible. Rihanna Williams of iNews. Ready Player
Thanks.
One panders to a lame, sexist nerd culture that needs to die. God,
A sexist nerd culture?
I guess.
Yeah, I don't think nerds are too sexist. They just, yeah. How close are you to downtown, Pete?
Takes me like 10 minutes to get there.
So you haven't seen any aftermath from all the protests,
Oh
like every
no.
day?
Yeah, I hardly ever go downtown. I fucking hate it down there.
Well, shit. Just a few hours ago, there was hundreds of motherfuckers marching down there.
Shit. I had somebody who couldn't get to the Kings game because of it.
Jesus, man. Isn't it legal, like, okay, to run a protester over when they're not letting you through or some shit now?
Not in
No.
California, I don't think. Because it was a
No, and
couple
there's
of states
and
that.
other
Go ahead.
I don't know, other states actually passed laws to make it illegal.
Yeah. Yeah, there were a few states that passed laws that said it was if the protesters are blocking the freeway, then it's okay to, I mean, basically run them over, but I don't think they use that language.
You just wouldn't get a jail sentence if, like, you accidentally hit them, kind of thing, on
Yeah.
the freeway.
But yeah, not California, I do not believe. Which, I mean, isn't that, don't your parents teach you don't play in the street for that exact reason,
Much less the fucking highway.
right? And I still, there was that hilarious one too, where the dude got, I mean, he didn't get run over, but he got hit, and then they called the ambulance, but then the ambulance couldn't get to him because they were stuck in traffic because traffic was all backed up because of their protest.
Oh yeah.
Like, dude, yeah. I mean, that's not poetic justice, and I don't know what is. Steven Spielberg's Ready Player One is Hollywood's latest attempt to define and explore the boundaries of modern-day nerdism, largely by plundering the past. Jesus
Lord.
fucking Christ.
It does
Back
look
when-
a little entertaining, but, I mean, shit, that's about it.
Well, the Polygon hated it. It's probably gonna be like a 10 out of 10 movie.
Oh, Polygon hated it?
Yeah.
I think so,
Oh,
yeah.
shit. That's a go to the midnight fucking showing.
Yeah, no kidding.
Don't bring your own snacks. Pay for them all there.
Yeah, I heard a couple of, I watched a couple of reviews on YouTube, and the guys were saying it was really well done. The nostalgia wasn't, there was obviously a lot of nostalgia stuff in it, but it was tastefully done. It wasn't just like a nostalgia bomb or anything.
Oh, good. It's not just covered. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't just plaster it with a bunch of stuff. It was actually, it worked well within the story and shit like that. So this might actually have to be one of the few movies I go see in the theater.
At first, I didn't want to, but with the reviews, I think I might have to.
Later, Jay Caesar.
Rambo's like, later, man.
Later.
Rambo's like, Polygon hates it. I'll be there. That's like his fucking
That's
bat
usually how I
signal.
can judge it.
Yeah.
You can judge it pretty good with Polygon.
They hated
Is there's-
Far Cry 5. That's his next platinum.
Oh yeah, because they hate it. They fucking hated that thing,
Well, yeah, it wasn't political enough.
and too many black people.
uh,
Wait, too many? Really? They said that?
Yeah, because it's laughable that they would have that many in Montana. And I'm
Why?
like, well, I don't know. I'm like going.
how can you complain?
So
Yeah.
Kingdom Come gets like slammed because it didn't have enough, and there was none back then. But now that a game's including them, you're like, well, this is they shouldn't have done it. They should have gone for a more realistic look. And I'm like, what?
Ready Player
That
One.
side is like A walking hypocrite.
Ready
Need
Player
to make up
One
their damn minds.
is a celebration of everything modern society should be moving away from. White heterosexual male relegation of women into minor supporting roles, cultural gatekeeping, see also mansplaining. How are those two things similar? Toxic masculinity, and lazy rehashing of nostalgia presented as art. Okay, so how if they had made this movie with a black woman instead of a white male as the main character, like everything except for the rehashing of nostalgia, they couldn't complain about. How is that what you complain about in a movie? Seriously. How did how does this shit matter to these people so much?
You got me, man. You got me. These people
Gay
are
Asian
just
baseball players. I'm not sure there's a thing.
Just like seriously, I don't even think that the fact that the main character is a white male plays any. I mean, I haven't heard anything about there being anything about race or sex or anything. It's just the main character happens to be a white male, but it's because he's a white male. That's the God. Ugh, makes my fucking head hurt. In the Ready Player One universe, women are only considered equal if they can reel off inane quotes and possess an encyclopedic knowledge of media popular decades before they were even born. Okay, right there, right fucking there. That's the whole girl gamers aren't real gamers thing right there.
Yeah.
Because that's if you know you don't know enough about this, so you don't. Oh man, what is it? It's like it's I can tell exactly because who wrote this article? Rhiannon Williams, yeah, some fucking chick. That's exactly it. So this chick, she gets fucking ragged on because she probably doesn't know anything about games. And fucking obviously in the movie there's a lot of references and shit like that, and I'm assuming the main character knows a whole bunch about it, and she's pissed because that's portrayed as, you know, a good thing or whatever. Oh man.
So she nitpicks the movie till it fits her agenda.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, fuck me, man.
Yep.
Hilarious.
It's a constant. Like, it just never changes.
And
Well, I mean, I guess it does change, but it only changes for the worse.
and then here, okay, Will Usher. Oh, come on, load. Will Usher. SJW movie critics will try to blame Ready Player One backlash on Gamergate, and swear to God, reading these articles about Ready Player One, I saw a ton of fucking Gamergate references.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, like, what was it? In this, the Rhiannon Williams one, what did I just see? It feels irresponsible to pander to men in a post-Gamergate society. In reference to the 2014 online hate storm over sexism in video games representation, during which women received rape and death threats from men denying the industry has a problem. Oh my God, man.
And these people are like perpetual victims.
Gamergate survivors. Seriously.
Really?
Yeah, they call like
I
Anita
survived the
Sarkeesian.
internet.
Yeah, Anita Sarkeesian and Zoe Quinn and all them, they are Gamergate survivors.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah. How the fuck? How do you. Survivors? Of what? Tweets?
Yeah, some mean words.
Oh, fuck me, man. I mean, how hyperbolic can you fucking get? Ugh. I wish they would come up with something new. Then at least we could talk about something different instead of the same old bullshit.
Yeah.
I'd like to show that article to like a war vet and say, hey, what do you think of them surviving Gamergate?
Yeah, you survived World War II. They survived Gamergate.
My money's on the Gamergate as a tougher as the tougher battle.
Oh, dude. I love
When they had it, when they had to go for throw the block button, man, bodies went flying everywhere.
Oh, and don't forget the finger injuries from all that typing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was horrible. The band-aids and the calluses.
And the state picked up the tab, man. It
Carpal
killed.
tunnel, those were the
Yep.
worst.
Oh, yeah, carpal tunnel, man. It's a bitch. Jesus. Like, how is the real world not slapped these people in the ass yet?
Because that's considered sexual harassment. And then it was, yeah.
But seriously though, how have these fucking kids not gotten killed by the real world yet?
I don't know, man. That's a good question. I don't fucking know.
I mean, Jesus Christ, man. When I was 17, I couldn't have gotten away with this bullshit. I mean, is it really... Do their parents still pay for fucking everything? And they don't actually have to work at a job, let alone a real job? Because you couldn't get away with this shit at, like, if you were working at, you know, a fast food restaurant or shit
no.
like that. Fuck no. I mean, there was what was it? Like, I don't know if it was quite a year ago, but there was the recent graduate who complained because one of their coworkers was allowed to wear like flip-flops or sandals or
Oh, Garrett.
it was some form of comfy shoe at work, and so they were like, well, that's not fair. Everybody should be able to. And the owner basically fired him and said, yeah, except for I don't know if he was a vet or something, but he had an injury, and the injury didn't let him pretty much wear regular like sneakers or something like that. But it's like, how is that kind of shit not happening to these fuckers?
It's a good question. Whenever you figure out the answer, let me know.
Right?
I've been wondering for the fucking longest.
I don't know, man. Kotaku's Patricia Hernandez offers a surprisingly succinct observation detailing the major problem with gaming journalism. I don't know that this is true. It's not for me. Almost everyone I know subscribes to the idea that quote, there's no ethical consumption under capitalism. How does that even... Oh, I love the whole, well, it's not true for me, but... Man, how is that a good observation?
It wasn't.
Man. Blue hired eye is racist. Yeah, it's true, Ryan. Why not green? Everybody should have to have rainbow hair because if you do one
You're,
color, then you're elevating one color above the rest, and obviously that's got to be racist, right? It's colors.
you're marginalizing the other colors in the
Yeah.
box.
Yeah, if you use one crayon more than the others, man, come on now. It's time to get progressive.
So you guys want to end it? I kind of wanted to go get something to eat.
You think you're hungry?
Yeah, you know.
You
that
think you
stupid-
deserve to eat?
that stupid human thing I do? I eat.
Yeah.
You know, so I stay alive. It's stupid. I mean,
Yeah, you need
sometimes
to
gotta
work
do it.
on controlling that.
Yeah. What have you done to deserve to eat?
I don't know.
Well, he did listen to Stonesy in the chat.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, that deserves at least a cookie.
Cookie.
From the Cookie Monster.
Well, all right then, guys. It's been fun. Thanks everybody for listening. Have a good night, and we'll see y'all next week.
Laters.
Later.